everybody. Give me like 2 seconds, man. You know I gotta do. I gotta share this, all that stuff. I got my new little toy here working, but I don't know. It keep going in and out on me. I think you can't sit still for a long period of time, so I'm gonna have to turn this on, turn it back off. Oh, there it go. Oh, it automatically come back on like that. Oh, I like that. That's wow. See if y'all can see that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. That's the joint right there. Let me get up to what's the name. Excuse me, y'all. I got a little cold. It's starting to get cool here in our area. And so, yeah, man, the countdown has begun. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got my new little joint here, man. I'm loving this thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, I don't know if y'all can tell or whatever. This is hands free, of course. You know what I'm saying? So no tricks. You know what I mean? But yeah, it goes over a little key, but I got to do this balance thing with it or whatever, whatever. But it took me a minute to find where to plug this thing up at and everything else. So just give me a few seconds, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, just give me a few seconds, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, let me share this. I'll be right with y'all. Ain't nothing but a moment. Give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta dress somebody. Give me a second. I gotta dress somebody too. Is this always easy? Hold on 1 second. Somebody too. Is this always easy? Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Man, hold on 1 second, y'all. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Just give me 1 more second. Just one sentence. Just give me 1 more second. Just one sentence out to one more person. This out to one more person. Do that one. All right, check this out. What's going on, y'all? What's good? All right, check this out. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me see if this thing is. Oh, so this going on. Let me see if this thing is. Oh, so this thing comes on and off like that. I get it. And if you wanted to go back on the mode, you hold it. All right, bet. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about in a minute. Yeah, I like that. So y'all see this right here? I can move around. I ain't got to worry about being out of focus. Hands free, of course. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't think it's no tricks or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Hands free. You know what I'm saying? But if I move over here, it go over here. If I move over here, it go over here. It's just a little, I got to do this calibration thing with it. I don't know what it is, but I like this because this is actually an AI lift with it. So it's actually, that's why I got this one. Because this one does an I guess you say an AI thing, but it's got a separate camera that follows you. So this, I love this thing, man. Shout out to TMH Global. Shout out to Ahmad because he was responsible for this. This thing doubles as a dolly, doubles as a stick, everything. So I'm Gucci, and like it's how can I say it? It's a set tripod sitting with it, which is one thing I like. Some of the tripods they have these loose like flaps, and like a good gust of wind come or something like that's gonna blow it right over. These have a counterbalance in the middle of them, which is a weight. And then on top of that, it's got three prongs on top of the three prongs to make sure it stays in place. So this thing is sturdy as hell, which is another thing that made me want to get it because I needed a counterweight in the middle of it, meaning that sometimes when you have a tripod up or whatever, good gust of wind come or something like that's gonna knock it over. These stands and flaps are so like long poles, and they have a counterweight in the middle of them. So not only that, but you also got the, you know what I mean? So it was a great investment or whatever, whatever. This joint right here was like 60 something, but it was worth every bit of it. It's got two lights at the side of it instead of that big ring light, and I can bend these lights around so I just got brighter. I can bend them around. They got three modes of lighting with them. Yeah, so I'm loving this. So as you see, every time I turn, you know what I mean? This bitch move with me. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see that from time to time throughout the frames and everything like that. But this thing, one thing about it is it has to definitely be in line with the AI. And so that's why I think they got this. Yeah, that's why they got that right there. But I love this thing, man. This thing is dope. So this was definitely a good investment. I got my stand back, and on top of this thing goes up to 63 inches in the air. So it is what it is. What's going on, man? What's going on? Give me a second, y'all. Let me get something to drink, and I get into everything. Hmm. Everybody knows I'm a fan of Kanye. Ask me no crazy questions, but everybody know I'm a fan of Kanye. Um, he's inspiration for me as far as music, as far as a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been a big Kanye fan. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know you shout you out. You didn't even say hello. You know what I mean? So I don't like that type of energy. I hate that type of energy. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Oh no, we ain't gonna do that. Anyway, listen, I'll do that in a second. Kanye started a Bitcoin earlier. And second of all, I want to tell everybody else, yeah, before I even start that, everybody head over to Yeezy.com. I'm gonna say that again. Everybody head over to Yeezy.com. A lot of people don't know that the store is back open. It was shut down for some moments, but if you like, there's a lot of new things on there. Like Kanye just broke out 2 new pair of sneakers, slip-ons, whatever you want to call them. Um, I'm a fan of that stuff. I have to say how comfortable they are. I ain't got me a pair, but they're reasonable prices. I mean, Kanye got stuff on there from $20. I think the most expensive item on there is like 150 or something like that. And that's in the girls department. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to splurge on your lady or something. But Yeezy.com is back open. And I can't express that even more. So people, make sure y'all go over there, check out Kanye at his store. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of new additions. And there's also some stuff over there that's left. It looked like to me runoffs from the Gap collection. But I will say this much: one thing that surprised me that was over there, and I'm glad he put it back in rotation, was a pair of sunglasses he was supposed to come out with one time with Gap. And of course, he made some reiterations to it, patent wise. I guarantee you that. But what he did was he had a pair of sunglasses that actually folded up. They were made of like almost a resin type of material, and but ultraviolet, went to ultraviolet, and you could fold them up and put them in your pocket. Kanye had them like that, and of course, with the departure of him from Gap, let's say that wasn't ever to come to fruition. I would have liked to see that fruition of it, but the 2 examples that he has on the page now at Yeezy.com, you know what I'm saying, definitely go without dispute. You're going to wear them. And one of those pair, you can still fold up. They have a string attachment at the back of them, so you can still fold them up, put them in your pocket, and move on. Like a lot of people get sunglasses, and they want to put them right here, or they want to put them in their pocket, or you end up breaking one of the things on the sides of it or whatever. You won't do that with these. These are ill-fit to fit around, and they have a string that ties up, so the tie-up part at the back of it with Kanye's glasses or whatever. It's a really good, like if you want to make a ulterior design of what was once a first premise, that was perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not your brother. So anyway, long story short, shout out to Kanye West, man. There's some shirts on there like this or whatever. You can grab some of those, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Grab something on Kanye's store, support him or whatever. There's a lot of good stuff over there. Girls stuff over there too. They got girls boots over there, a couple other things too, man. So make sure y'all go check out Yeezy.com. It is back open. A lot of people didn't know the Yeezy.com was back open. It's back open. So make sure y'all go over there and check it out. So anyway, let me talk about some things here. Where y'all want me to start it? Y'all want me to start with the school students, or y'all want me to start with Kanye? I might as well start with Kanye, right? I want to also say this. Speaking of Kanye, the other night I went to go check out Designer in Brooklyn. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Brooklyn. Shout out to him. And it was a good show. It was really a good show. It was good to be around him. You know what I'm saying? We got that sorted out at the end. They all poured. You know what I'm saying? I said all poured too. And it was what it was. But good show. I got the bulk of it or whatever. But let me tell you something really funny, right? And I said this earlier in the day, and I say it again, right? So I was live earlier during the day, and I was telling this day before yesterday before I knew where I was going to or whatever. It was something I could have went to last night. It would have been bigger than that. If y'all would have donated, I would have went. But somebody had the nerve to say, yo, they literally left the comment, I'm sick of you vlogging and it ain't clear. And I was like, yo, I don't know what part of the conversation you heard. Yo, I mean, y'all like to start out with drama, so can I start out with a little drama? So I was like, I don't know what part of the conversation you heard, but I remember me being on here telling everybody, hey, yo, look, make sure you donate the $STRINGERBELL80 because I need to get my phone back because I lost my phone. I need to pay this damn deductible and my cell phone bill's $167. Help me, I'm poor. You know what I'm saying? And nobody donated to me. And then I figured out some reasons why. And I didn't think it was just my returning, people, whatever. it was just funny that somebody, after hearing me say that 3 or 4 times, you write in a comment, you could have at least had it clearer. I said, ain't that some motherfucker? Like, the audacity. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Let me do something real quick, guys, and I'm gonna log back right back in. I know what I gotta do because I gotta work myself here. So don't log off. It's gonna take me 2.5 seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right? I know what I gotta do. When you've been on this thing for a minute, you learn how to do all kinds of stuff. For real. Because there's always that one or two good people in here that understand what you're talking about, and they might not even have a what's the name. So a lot of people try to start up Bitcoin things, right? Like Bitcoin numbers, stuff like that. Kanye had one just not too long ago, and some people say it did well. Some people will say it did bad. It depends on your perspective and when you cashed out. That's what I'll say. Depends on when you cashed out. So it's more of a, I said Bitcoin, but it's more of a meme coin. I don't know the intricates with these damn coins or whatever, whatever. But a lot of people claim they lost some money and they're upset. And so I wanted to get a gist of this and let y'all hear what this is, and then y'all can understand from your own perspective. A website for Yeezy Money is up and running for users to buy, sell, and send Yeezy Money. Tag YZE. Yeezy Money is a concept to put you in control, free from centralized authority. A message the site reads: Yeezy is the currency that powers all transactions within Yeezy Money. The meme coins website also includes a Ye Pay processor for payments. Now that's good. That's good. That's actually smart right there. You have your own payment processor, because that's the problem. That's why a lot of these companies like PayPal and all them, they'll charge you to get their money, get your money out, because they got to go through a processor to process the money to fluctuate to your bank. So it's a very intricate system, but that little 50 cent they get off of that micro transactional fee that they get off of multiple different accounts on these websites, that's how these transaction companies make their money. Bravo to you, Kanye, smart man. Yeah, that little what's the name right there in the middle, that segue right there in the middle is a problem for a lot of different, I guess you would call it, currency apps. According to CoinGecko, as pointed out by Forbes, Yeezy Money's value exploded following the launch of the market cap of $3 billion before falling back to 1.5 billion. And that's still not bad in the scope of stocks, and I'm going to tell you why. If it was valued at 3 billion and it only fell back to 1.5 billion, well, let me just put this in perspective for you. It could have fell back to 1.2 million. Right? The Chicago native has long been interested in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin as it relates to the global economy. He championed those who have been trailblazers in crypto space during the 2020 interview with Joe Rogan. These guys really have a perspective on what the true liberation of America and humanity will be, Yates said at the time. A lot of tech guys, but specifically Bitcoin guys, were able to use the new highways, the new information highways to create to create the next frontier of our existence, while the powers of our political system are still anchoring the on an electoral college vote, which are based around slavery. Now, I read that little assessment right there because I wanted to read y'all the greater part of it, but I wanted to be fair. All right. So I wanted to make sure that I read what he was launching, what you knew, so you would know. Just double tap the screen with my tip. Just double tap the screen with my, yo, man, come on, man. Don't write no shit up in here like that, bro. What's wrong with y'all, man? It's something wrong with these dudes, bro. I'm telling you. All right, but we ain't gonna get into that. We're gonna stay focused here. There's something wrong with these men in here, though, dog. It's something really wrong. I don't know what's in it, if it's in the food or something. It's just something really weird about men nowadays. And just to let you know, I ain't fronting. Yeezy.com. Like I said, make sure y'all go check out Yeezy.com. You know what I mean? Get your what's the name right there. That's the products on there. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go there. The Yeezy store is back open. I'll say it again. The Yeezy store is back open. Make sure you go get your products over there. You know what I mean? Yeezy.com is back open. Yeezy.com is back open. Make sure you go over there and get your products. You got a little bit of everything from all price ranges. There's a lot of things in here for $20. There's a lot of things on this website for $20. There's dumb products over here. You understand? Get with it. Understand what's happening. It's a new future frontier here. So make sure y'all go to Yeezy.com. There's a whole bunch of new stuff there. All right. Now, I want to be more specific here, and I'm going to read off to you what they're saying now. Give me 1 second, guys. I wanna see if there's something alternative up before I read the one that I read. Because sometimes you can read the one that you're reading, and that could be an alternative. Now, this is the article for right here that I read yesterday, and I don't want to read this right now. I want to read this one instead. And the reason I'm going to read this one because this one's actually from a website that deals with stocks and stuff like that versus a website that doesn't really deal with nothing but really like jargon about gossiping and stuff like that. Get what I mean? So this is what they had to say. Because we're not doing that to get go. Never. Kanye West Yeezycoin plummets. Traders face losses. A cautionary tale of a celebrity-driven crypto volatility. Kanye West Yeezycoin surged to $3 billion before collapsing, highlighting celebrity-driven crypto validity. 70% of the token allocation to Yeezy's investments in suspicious pre-launch trade raised fairness concerns. The crash mirrored patterns in the Trump and Dogecoin exploding risk of hype-based speculation over fundamentals. Legal disclaimers and insider advantages underscore the need for investors to caution in celebrity-backed tokens. In August 2025, the cryptocurrency world witnessed a spectacle. Kanye West, now known as Ye, Yelp 3.94%, launched the Yeezy Money meme coin on Solana blockchain, which 40 minutes of its debut, the token surged to $3 billion. In 40 minutes, it went to damn. In 40 minutes, it went to $3 billion, only to collapse to 1.5 billion shortly after. This roller coaster ride underscores a growing trend in speculative markets, a fusion of celebrity influence with digital assets, a pairing that promises astronomical gains but often delivers devastating losses. Yeezy's launch was no ordinary crypto event. Ye, a global icon with 33 million followers on X, declared Yeezy money is here. A new economy built on chain. His message resonated instantly. The token's initial surge was fueled by a combination of hype, brand loyalty, and the allure of being in the ground floor of a celebrity project. Traders poured in capital, with one investor turning a $500,000 investment into a $1.7 million investment in under 10 minutes. Yet the same forces that drove Yeezy token's meteoric rise also participated in its collapse. Celebrity-backed tokens often rely on short-term speculation rather than intrinsic value. A data revealed the token's validity. You see, our accents ain't meant for this. Validity mirrored patterns seen in other meme coins like Trump and Dogecoin. These projects thrive on social media momentum, but falter when the hype wanes and the market fundamentals fall to justify the price. The risk of hype and insider advantage. Yeezy tokenomics exposed critical vulnerabilities. A staggering 70% of the supply was allocated towards Yeezy's LLC, which vested tokens locked for 3 months. While this structure aims to prevent dumping, that's exactly what it does. Let me give you all further advice, right? I always give you all advice y'all never pay attention to. If you ever get involved in Dogecoin, right, or any of that stuff, or any type of Bitcoin, look and make sure you see how long, if they have it, if it's locked. If it's locked, usually what that means is it means one particular thing. That means sooner or later, that stock is going to be free. But when it's free, is it going to be free on a basis of a market that's active and and has some validity? Meaning, like, are you going to make money in that moment? And I would say to you, no. Now, at one time on this channel, I tried to teach people how to do what you call fraction shares. That's when you small amounts of increments or whatever per share, depending on the share course or whatever the case may be. And it works out. I mean, you need a couple of dollars sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You cash out on your stocks or whatever. Or if you're a long time holder, you can do that too. Ironically enough, I stopped doing that as there was no support. People actually thought I didn't know what I was talking about. People that know me know I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm a lot smarter than you think I am. But anyway, long story short, people that know me know that. Long story short, if they have a hold on a coin or they have a hold on the stock, it's usually because they're trying to pump the value up. Exactly like they said in that. Sometimes, not all the time, but it'll lead people to conclusions and conversations like this that they're holding it for a purpose. And the reason they want you to hold it because they want the investment value to go so high up, and the longer it sits, the higher the investment value goes up. So, say you have to sit for a minimum of 3 months. Well, within that 3 months, depending on who's bought into the coin or whatever the case may be, but once you open the coin, it's a free for all. Then, and that's the danger. I mean, whoever got more coin to bet out and cash out and less risk to take because they got more coin, they're going to win. Or the smaller guys are going to lose. Now, that's just the risk. I can't blame Kanye for that. And that's just the risk. And he entered in on the blockchain. So that's just like, what's the one? What is it? Lafusa, whatever. I forgot what the name of this. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Lafusa, what is it called? I owned that stock at one time too. I forgot what it is, but it's like one stock and there's a whole bunch of other stocks within the one stock. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, if you know the game, I know exactly what I'm talking about when I said that. So it's just like that, you know what I mean? So that's what he did. He just entered in the space that was available. Let me finish reading this. Yeezy tokenomics exposed critical vulnerabilities. A staggering 70% of the supply was allocated to Yeezy Investments LLC, with vested tokens locked for 3 months. While this structure aims to prevent dumping, it also concentrates power into the hands of insiders. On-chain analysts noted suspicious trading activity. 8 traders purchased over $90,000 worth of Yeezy within minutes of the launch. It's like I said, the big boys going to win. They got the money. You understand what I'm saying? But not the small guys. That's not staggering. I don't know what you mean by that's not staggering. $3 billion in the course of 40 minutes. What company have you seen the count of that, sir? Go ahead, Michael. What company, Michael, since you want to demise the name and the good sainthood of black men, I would like to know, since you said that's not staggering, name me a company that you've known this past year that has went $3 billion in under 40 minutes. Come on, quick, Michael. Quick, Michael. Oh, okay. I mean, that's what it was. It was a crypto launch. So tell me, within the crypto chain, right now, currently, a company or someone has done something better than that. Don't try to demand me. I said answer the question. See, that's another one of you. There was a guy in here yesterday, also a white gentleman, nothing personal, but it was in here yesterday, did the same thing. And I live in a white community. I live in fucking Worcester, Connecticut, man. So trust me, don't try to do the flim flam on me like I'm sitting behind the project door. Now listen to me, Michael. I've asked you 5 times. I don't care what you are, Michael. Answer the question, Michael. You are answering everything but the question, Michael. And now you're starting to make yourself look stupid, Michael. So, Michael, I will repeat for you one more time, Michael. Once again, if you said that's not staggering at $3 billion, what your intent was when you said that was pure and simply to insult Kanye West, but undermine him at the same time. So what I'm asking you, Michael, point me with your expertise to a Bitcoin that did $3 billion this year in under 40 minutes. And you've yet to answer that. Come on, Michael. Well, I'm going to answer it for you. What's it going to be, Michael? You're going to answer it or you're not going to answer it? Michael, are you going to answer it or you're not going to answer it? Your hesitation to answer that question speaks volumes. And with that, sir, we have to go. I don't give a fuck what your point is. Fuck you and your point, punk. To anybody that might take that as I'm racist or something like that or whatever, so be it. That was a cocksucker. Now, let me explain to you what I mean by that was a cocksucker. In white culture, and I'm going to go back to the article in a minute. In white culture, you have a certain type of white man. These white men, I was taught by a white woman, are referred to it in their own culture as unaccomplished white men. Now, unaccomplished white men are dangerous. They always have a notion and always have a flat to be right. And they hate opposition. And when you oppose them or you challenge them within the conversation, the first thing that the unaccomplished white man does is he gets on the defensive. I said this, I said that, I said that. Nobody gives a fuck what you said. And you know I can prove nobody gives a fuck what you said, Michael? Because the pure simple fact you're here right now and you look like you're about 60 in that picture and nobody's giving a fuck up until that point. There's a whole bunch of these cocksuckers all over the internet. Whole bunch of them, unaccomplished white dudes. They go into people's chats and think they're Joe Rogan's best friend or some shit. Get your dumb, stupid ass. Did y'all not hear me ask him 9 times? It was just like that other dumb white dude that was over here yesterday. Did you not hear me ask that motherfucker 9 times the same exact question? And he kept answering everything except for that fucking question. Did y'all not notice that? Did you not notice that? He couldn't argue with me about what I was saying, nor could he answer the question, because once he answered the question, it would have motherfucking made him look stupid. You would try to undermine Kanye and say, that's not staggering. $3 billion in under 40 fucking minutes, nigga. All right, then tell me the Bitcoin that did it so I can invest in that shit. I told you. I live in Connecticut. I've lived in Connecticut damn near my whole entire life. I know the difference between poor white trash and upstanding white folks that got shit. That was poor white trash. Poor white trash talks like that. Let me tell you the first sense you can tell when it's poor white trash versus good, upstanding, cultured white people. Poor white trash has the decency and decency of always trying to consistently be right. People that come from backgrounds that don't usually have any type of education or anything like that, they usually act like this. And they're very passive aggressive in their acting because that's how they prove their point. They don't prove their point with intelligence. They prove their point with ass kissing and passive aggressiveness. It's a combined trait. So what I mean by that, they'll ass kiss with people they got to ass kiss with. And then to prove their point and try to set themselves up for who they are in society, they'll be passive aggressive with other folks. So this is the way that they are when you get people that channel in this type of spirit. So that guy like Mike that you just saw right there, the white guy that was in here, that's an unaccomplished white man. That's an armchair advocate. Sits back like this. You know what, damn it? Goddamn it, Trump again. Hoo-wee. You know what? Goddamn Biden again. Hoo-wee. No matter what side of the set he's on, that's his mentality. You understand what I'm saying? So Mike, the unaccomplished white man, will sit up online and go into everybody's podcast or whatever. I've seen millions of these old white men, these unaccomplished motherfuckers that live in that little tiny ass house, driving that little tiny ass car, peering over the driver's wheel like this, with your sad ass existence. Fuck you. I don't like no motherfucker like that. I don't like angry old people. You understand what I'm saying? You had all the time in the fucking world to make your shit happen, and you was out here fucking around. I don't like people like that. I don't ever blame nobody for my shortcomings. I don't like no motherfucker like that. And that's the type of motherfucker Mike is. I know that's what if instead of being a man and saying, and see, this is the problem with men like that. They're never men. That's why they never made nothing out of themselves. See, I've been on here before and I've been wrong before about some shit, and I'll be like, yo, I was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Or I was wrong. I've even said I was wrong about somebody, which I'm very rarely wrong about people. Well, it's been 1 or 2 times I've been wrong about somebody, all right? And I can admit it. So the point is, I'll make it a value point to point that out. These type of men that are like Mike and that other dude that came here, the other white dude that came here, yes, they're not like that. These are the type of men that always have to be right. And usually when y'all looking for somebody that's a woman beater, a woman abuser, or whatever, it's men like them niggas. I'm trying to tell you, they have to be authoritative. They have to be authoritarian because of pure simple fact, not because they're authoritarian because they are someone you should agree with or watch or move with or something like that. They have to be in an authoritarian position because of pure simple fact, nobody will listen to them if they're not. Right, Mike? If you're still listening. Motherfucker sat there and answered every. I said, yo, it was just like the other one yesterday. I said, answer the question. I said, what he was trying to do, if you don't understand, he was trying to undermine Kanye with that comment. So he said, that's not a staggering amount. Motherfucker, $3 billion off a brand new launch coin within 40 minutes. And you talking about that's not staggering? Okay, so show me a coin that matched that value or inflated to that value within the same time period from when he was launched or entirely so far from this year. And most motherfuckers can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because he didn't have the data, he didn't have the fucking competition, he didn't have the demographics, he didn't have any of that. So instead of looking like a dumb white man, which he was, he had to sit back and start challenging me with questions to try to confuse me. No, nigga, you're not gonna get me off key. You understand what I'm saying? You won't get me off key. I said, bitch, name me a coin that fucking matched that or tripled it. And he couldn't name one motherfucking coin. So what's the name of the lesson here? Don't get caught up trying to brown nose and befriend po white trash versus actual stand-up white folks that own boats and shit like that can help you. I seen motherfuckers kissing ass with the nigga that work at the local grocery store. You understand what I'm saying? Kissing ass with the white janitor. Kissing ass with the white motherfucking gas station attendant. This nigga ain't made shit in his life. Why the fuck you want to be friends with him? I can't stand and motherfuckers are brown nose with a motherfucker. I done had a motherfucker before. They was in who was I at? I was in Starbucks. It was somewhere in one of the places, one of the little places to get some coffee, right? And there was this black woman in there. She was in front, and she just happened to be a black woman, but she was in front of me, and these white folks were in front of her. And the whole time she was sitting there, she was just overly, you know how motherfuckers get. I'm like, God, and I'm looking at this bitch, and I'm like, I'm in New York at the time, so I'm like, this bitch either live in the Bronx or Brooklyn. I can tell by her accent. I ain't saying nothing funny. She could have lived in Riverdale. She could have lived, you right, you know what I'm saying? She could have lived in Bay Ridge. You right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, chances are, you know what I mean? Chances are, you know what I'm saying? So Shorty put on her best imitation white voice that she could. And it was fucking hilarious. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a key something. Most people, I got a friend. I'm going to bring some of my friends from Connecticut on here. Then you'll start understanding it. Like, I'm going to bring my boy Bobby on here and a couple of my other friends. I'm going to try to get Sal to get on here too. Sal doesn't like being on fucking camera, but I'm going to get him to get on camera anyway. My friend Salvatore and my other friend Bobby. I'm going to get them to come up on here and you'll understand quickly. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of me having this head to, because I'll be like, yo, these people think I'm lying to them. And every time I got somebody on camera, don't you notice that everybody says the same thing? This nigga's not lying. Like, you think he's lying. He's not lying. I never get off on lying. Robert, what's going on? Mary, what's going on? Colt, what's going on? How come y'all ain't saying nothing? Make sure you say something. If you don't say something, double tap that screen, hit the like button. I'm going to finish reading this article about Kanye real quick. We don't want to turn this into something else. I just don't like when people come in here and try to demote somebody else. Thanks, G. Somebody tried to demote somebody at the caliber of Kanye West and just sit up here and say it's not staggering. All right, motherfucker, what the fuck have you created? Unaccomplished white man. I can't stand. I've been seeing Listen, I got friends of mine that own boats and shit, like Boston whalers, shit like that. I'm talking about boats that are like significant feet too, like 70 feet, shit like that and up. And so, and I've been on that boats since I was like 13, 14 years old. Like me and my cousin Mario, we've been on boats, all that shit. Like he had a girlfriend named Michelle, and they had like a cabin thing or whatever, and they had a boat up there. So we used to take the boat. Me and my cousin and her, we know how to drive the boat and fucking thing else. So I know how to shift gears, I know nautical miles, I know all that shit. I swear to my fucking hand. So I'm just like, when I get a normal white man that probably drive a 2013 Corolla sitting up in my motherfucking face after all the shit I done seen in my life, and you sitting up there telling me, yo, that's not staggering. Nigga, if it wasn't staggering, you be working on trying to get the same thing. I can't stand a motherfucker like that. I don't give a fuck what you get. He's an unaccomplished white man. He's an unaccomplished white man. And I get racist with everybody, so don't feel insulted. I'm sorry, Hank. Let me explain to you, Hank. I'm like Family Guy. You like the show Family Guy? Now, I bet you watch Family Guy a million times, right? And every time there's a scene in Family Guy when they make fun of somebody black or they make fun of somebody that's any other ethnicity other than you give a snickle, a jar, a he, a ha ha ha. Usually people that talk like Hank, they usually do that. And they're not conscientious of it. But when it's something to come up and it's with white men, all of a sudden you trying to get motherfucking sensitive and shit. Well, the point is, Family Guy and the movie Ted, who was both made by Seth MacFarlane, has been some of the most racist shit that we have grown up with. I think probably almost an equal amount, maybe 5 or 10 years less than The Simpsons. And The Simpsons is highly racist as fuck, depending on the perspective that you're looking at it. bitch, that never bothered you. You never said, yo, I'm out. I'm not watching The Simpsons no more. I'm not watching Family Guy either. This is too racist for me. You never said that, huh? I quick we ought to be hypocrites. We can't be hypocrites. Can't be sensitive hypocrites at that. Yeah, thank you very much. Someone was, "Oh, get racist." That's a new one that a lot of white people are trying to run now. They try to run this reverse psychology shit. They get it from bitches, to be honest with you, white bitches, to be quite honest. Not that, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be quite honest. Feminist, misandrous, quasi-lesbian white bitches. That's where they get it from. And so basically that's their version of the shit we're going through, men. So pay attention. White men are going through this shit too. You know what I'm saying? And they got more bitches in the population. So they getting it double down on them. White men are under attack too. White men are under attack by white women. Same fashion. Misandry, forced docileness. I'm not being docile for any chick. I want you to be just like me. Like a bitch will try to mold you into what she wants you to be. Never let a woman mold you into what she wants you to be. You will never run that household. Ever. Ever. It's hard. Listen, not only that, the fucking the family won't respect you. You understand me? Like I'm dead serious. The family won't respect you. They be like, you letting this bitch run the house? We grew up with this bitch. She don't know shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, trust me, man. Don't ever be in a position or whatever. Hence, that's why I live alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that dude. But a lot of people are pushing in the media a lot of things against white men. And I gotta agree with that. There's the same, they're equally trying to push men as being predators. That's what I think. And they're using certain men in each aspect to do it. They're just giving time stamps on it. So, right now it's Puff and the whole debacle he's going through, and then over here is Harvey Weinstein. So they using Harvey Weinstein and Epstein against the white dudes, saying whatever, to paint this picture that all of them, and a high majority of you are. I mean, you do lead in the number one in based on the Department of Justice, based on the Department of Bureau of Prisons, y'all do lead in sexual assaults. That's what they say. I don't know. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe all the demographics you see about everybody else either, if you don't want us to believe the demographics about that shit. Let me talk that shit back around. Don't believe all the demographics about everybody else if you don't want everybody else to believe the demographics about you. Now, in the Department of Justice and the Bureau of Prisons, they say that most men that commit assault and sexual assault, to be specific, and I don't understand how a lot of white men don't get this, because it knocks down your own argument. I'm talking about racist white men. You are 62% of this country. That's inclusive of your women, so that's an inclusive number. But if we broke those numbers down, let's say that there's more women than men. So we broke those numbers down. You still, population with just men would outnumber almost every population in the United States. Not the world, the United States, right? About just the men. Now, with those men, right, it's the same attributes and the same social qualms with everybody else. So there's some that's educated, there's some that's criminals, there's some that's upstanding gentlemen, there's some that's collegiate, there's some that go to the military. There's like every spew that you see in every society, expected society that you see. And I don't mean to make this into a racist conversation, but I have to speak on this. I live in Connecticut, and I lived in another section of Connecticut before, but the section that I live in now is an opulent area. It's the most opulent area in Connecticut, the area. Now, with that being said, everybody here is not a multi-millionaire. But one thing I do and I'm familiar with is Italians, Greeks, and just white folks in general, because fuck, we're around them all the time. I've been to their funerals, weddings, etc., 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 etc. Hence why I just said I'm going to try to get my Italian buddies to get on here with me. If not, I go down to Jersey, down there in Newport, and get my other buds to get on with me. But my point is, I grew up around these folks. I understand them to a degree that a lot of you never will, because of the pure simple fact that a lot of you grow up urban. Until you're about 18, you're around nothing but people that look just like you, experience just like you, comedy just like you, and everything else. And the white people, a lot of y'all like that too. Up until the age of 18, because we don't ever talk about you motherfuckers. Y'all have never left Buckley Drive. You've never been around anybody but Bethany, Maria, and fucking Sue. You understand what I'm saying? You've never been around anybody but Bobby, Kent, and Brian. You understand what I'm saying? So you're uncultured too, motherfucker. That's why a lot of times when y'all motherfuckers get out into society, you don't know how to deal with other motherfuckers in the workspace, and it causes a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've only been around Brad, Carrie, and Brett my whole life. So it was a cultural shock to both of y'all motherfuckers. So when y'all get to these unique places where y'all meet in the middle road, like the Collegiate Institutes of America, the local restaurant, the mall, or whatever, social spots where everybody gathers, you start to see the differences. And people start having assumptions of each other because they don't understand each other's backgrounds. You understand what I'm saying? So poor whites are the worst of this. Oh man, there's a place called Osler, Kentucky. Osler, Kentucky, right? Is what's that guy's name? I ain't said his name in so damn long either. But Osler, Kentucky is one of these areas, right? Where you have literally the highest rates of poverty in the United States of America. Osler, Kentucky is also home to the most welfare recipients in the United States of America. That is spelled OSLO, Kentucky. Go look that shit up right now. Go look that shit up right now. Now, the problem is with both of these uncultured groups, y'all's poor white trash, our niggas. Y'all's poor white trash, our niggas. You know what I'm saying? The problem is with these two subgroups within the culture, subculture within the real culture. The problem is with these two groups, they always have some type of leftist ideas. They always have some type of radical ideas. They always have some type of Marxist ideas. They always have some type of fascist ideas. They always have some type of socialist ideas. The fucking fact of the matter is, these motherfuckers think outside the grain because they're always thinking about some fucking, I don't know, taking over the United States, succeeding, making Texas succeed for the 15th fucking time, making California try to succeed for the 35th damn time. You know what I mean? Those type of people. And those type of people are dangerous because they give birth to people like the Weather Underground. They give birth to terrorist groups. They give birth to white male mass shooters. They give birth to, you know what I'm saying, radical blacks as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the Black Panthers. They were needed. And they did work. And they fed the people. You understand what I'm saying? These nigger groups, they don't even feed the people. These poor white trash groups, at least I can say, they feed their people. Give them money. Niggas do not understand the word philanthropy. You understand what I'm saying? They are in now their selfish period. Niggas don't understand philanthropy. Philanthropy, what? If Puff had been more philanthropic, he would have had more people down at the courtroom. Niggas do not know philanthropy. They were not taught philanthropy. I'm talking about black or Spanish people know it a little bit better, but black people don't know philanthropy. They don't know how to be philanthropic. They look down on being philanthropic. Now imagine, I think it was one of the older Rockefellers when he passed away. People had said so much about him, Rockefeller family. And you know what was funny? They went over and the way they remembered him was all the endowments and all the money that he gave. That's right, Tony. Tony gets it. And only the elite of us will survive. That's why I'm trying to spread on. I'm taking some segment to press on this new religion I'm talking about. This new religion is this. There is an elite class of individuals within every race on this planet Earth. And then there's a group within that group of subcultures that are in those groups that are not beneficial to any of us. There are a group of people that are now so far gone with this internet shit that they've been born into the internet. They've been raised off the internet. They know nothing but the internet. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is, like that man that just came up in here, men like that are a waste of time. And women like that are a waste of time too because they are counter-forward. Now, what are we going to do with these people? Now, if it was up to me, old good old Davin would purchase an island and put them on there and, maybe have a couple boats roll around and they got an oil leak. And maybe somebody's smoking on a boat. I don't know. I'm just throwing out theories. It can be dangerous. But the point I'm getting at is here, we have to do something about the poor internet, white trash, nigga trash, spick trash, and every other type of compliment you have along with it, trash on this motherfucking internet. Because they are becoming a problem. They're now getting to the point where they are affecting society in a way that is not positive. They are affecting society where we are becoming a gossip culture. And once we become a gossip culture, we start becoming laughable to the rest of the world. Unbeknownst to many of y'all, if y'all don't know it, there are certain countries that will cut off the internet. Did you know that? Greece has done it. Greece, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this. Greece is communist. Did you know that? But there is a whole bunch of countries that literally will cut their internet. Um, China has done it several times. Japan has done it. Egypt's done it. Saudi Arabia, I don't know how many times they've done it. There's a multiple different countries that will, and then most of them they exist in the eastern plains. They don't exist in this hemisphere. They exist in eastern countries. But honestly and truthfully, they do. They cut their internet, and they'll cut their internet because it goes between the society's core values systems, and whether these core value systems are behind a religion, core value systems behind monetarily, whatever the case may be. North Korea, they cut their internet. Thank you very much. Kim Jong has cut their internet at least 20 damn times. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong, we want to watch a movie. Okay, what we watching? We want to watch Deadpool versus Wolverine. He'll look and smile. He won't say nothing. And then he'll tell one of his people, cut that shit for another year. So they cut the internet in some of these countries, and they do it to keep order. They know the dangers of the internet. Once you're so invested into it and you're so saturated into it, or whatever the case may be, what happens is it starts affecting your neurons and your dopamines, excuse me. They react to it. You understand what I'm saying? So I think one of the best examples right here is this. If you're going to engage in the internet, grown men, because if you notice, a lot of times when I have conversations on here, I don't have anybody comes in here writing sexual innuendos, writing jokes, keys, and everything like that. But men, I'll get women here and there that'll do the joking, but not like the men. You understand what I'm saying? And it's weird. How do I feel about the black Israelites? That's none of my business. I've never been a black Israelite. There's a young teenage U.S. girl acting very crazy on YouTube. I don't care. I don't watch teenage girls, homie. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a thing for me. Yeah, I had a problem with that before they updated the algorithm on that, because they had young kids coming into our feed. I told you the algorithm has changed up on here. Another blogger, big time blogger, that was saying the same thing, and they had a whole conversation on this panel about it. Cussed out kids that have come over here. Like there was this one kid that came over here one time. He was like 16 or 17. This was like 2 months ago or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm only 17." I was like, "Well, you don't belong in this motherfucker." And I blocked, and my whole audience saw me do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to break my primitive mindset. It ain't working today. It's not being a primitive mindset. It's just, I mean, some people would say if somebody's in a drunken stir from, and I mean like you've become an alcoholic or you become a drug addict or whatever. Some people will say that's returning to a primitive mind. A primitive mindset can be many of different things. It doesn't have to be time divulged. It doesn't have to just be, sit back in a procrastination period or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a pre-Magna man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Hi, I'm a young Zambian artist. Would you please be my manager or sponsor asking for help? I tell you what, Eric Lungo, make sure you stay in touch, man. I'm on my way back to trying to get. We're gonna try to make this time. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do bigger than that nigga Puff. Puff had what, 1 billion? Puff, I'm gonna do 2 billion. I'm gonna do 2 billion for it's all said and done. If I walk away, it's gonna be 2 billion. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna walk off and I'm gonna go into the sunset. And you're gonna never see me again. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So Puff did it 1 billion. I'm gonna do 2 billion. All right, that's what we doing. That's how we gotta look at it. I had a great time with my bad. Well, you at the right place, Edward. So stay here. All right, I ain't gonna block you or nothing like that. Don't say no crazy shit. We cool. All right. All right. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Also, make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Support the channel. People been slagging on hitting the Cash App. I ain't putting products in there because evidently the stuff I put my products in there, they cost too much. You know what I'm saying? I got, like, people be always talking about that real. This is why I said this shit be fake. They be talking about, yeah, I always need the real shit, the real shit. So I'm thinking niggas talking this big money shit. Let me put the real colognes, the real perfumes, the real shit from Vera Wang and the real shit from Carolina Herrera. That shit costs some bread. It's like $350. You know the setback if you get it. So you know what I'm saying? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Shit is coming from Nordstrom's. Shit's coming from Macy's. Shit is coming from upscale stores. So what's the problem? Like I thought niggas had money. I thought I was broke. I thought I was fucked up. Now it sound like the niggas yapping. Those are niggas is broke. Them the niggas is broke. Real nigga, this will be funny. They'll drop you 500. You broke ass nigga. Here, hold this nigga. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? I knew my niggas, they used to send bitches bottles of champagne to the table to insult them. Like, here, bitch, it's a $600 bottle of Chardonnay, bitch. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all couldn't get that. Y'all bitches ordering by the glass. Never mind. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Niggas don't understand what I'm saying. Anyway, long story short, right? Now, let me turn this over here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this off right now. I like this, though. Let me show y'all something. So I got a new piece. What's going on, Dad? Yeah, how you doing? I got this new piece now, man, with the lights and anything like that, whatever. Let me show y'all something. I can take one of the lights off. I got them dim right now. They got like 3 what's the names, but the lights come off. So even if I wanted to use this something separately, I could use this something separately. I don't know how well y'all can see this because it's like, you see these right here? I love this thing, and it's a whole stand. You see my stand moves with me. You see what I'm saying? See how I move to the side, move to the left, move to the left. You know what I'm saying? No hand work, no hand work. You know what I'm saying? No hand work. This is just the camera. What's going on, Javon? This is just the camera. And so one of my subscribers, he helped me purchase this, man. I hadn't seen he had donated. I was like, oh shit, he did donate for me to get that. So I was like, I made sure I ordered this shit, and they had this shit on sale. Because originally it was $74, and then it went down to, what was it? It was like $63 altogether. But this thing, it like when I say this thing it raises high. This shit raises like taller than me. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted one that was like that, because that way when I'm over, you know what I'm saying? If I got something, like I can raise this shit up and I can double use it as a monopod or whatever too. But if I raise it up at 63 feet or whatever, it's over top of me. You think I'm lying? I hear you. You think I'm lying, huh? So who doing this, man? Who doing this? You think I'm lying? I think you lying. Usually people that lie try to call out other people as liars. I think you lying. Yeah, I think you lying. I think you lying. I think you're a piece of shit too. I don't understand German. I can read German. I can read Slavic languages, but I don't understand that. That one's not Slavic, it's Germanic. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought that was a nigga bitch. Not you, Daniel. I'm talking about the ones that was in there. I told you that's what they do. Some of these people are professional trolls. Anyway, back to Kanye. Let's just talk about Kanye. So basically what they're trying to say is Kanye was ripping people off or whatever. I don't think that's the case at all. Yeezy tokenomics exposed critical. Let me start this from the beginning for the people that just came in. Kanye West Yeezycoin plummets. Now, Kanye West opened up a thing called Yeezycoin, and it lasted for every bit of a week or whatever. This is giving a quick synopsis. He put it into a blockchain, which is already coexisting Bitcoin, or whatever, kind of similar to stocks, where you're looking at something like, I don't know, any type of ticker that's, you know what I mean, high yield, high dividend, but got multiple options within one option. You understand what I'm saying? Basically a blanket stock. So Kanye West Yeezycoin plummets. Traders face losses. A cautionary tale of celebrity-driven crypto validity. Kanye West Yeezy surged to $3 billion before collapsing, highlighting celebrity-driven crypto validity. I think that's what they're saying. Validity. I just never said that word before. 70% of token allocation into Yeezy investments and suspicious pre-launch trades raised fairness concerns. The crash mirror patterns in Stump and Dogecoin, they call them Stumps, Strump and Dogecoin, exposing risks of hype-based speculation over fundamentals. Legal disclaimers and insider advantages, and that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say it's inside advantages or whatever, because the amount of people that cashed out and won. But in reality, the people that cash out and win are the people that can commit to donating the most money towards what they want in their gold. So if you got $40,000, $90,000 at your motherfucking disposal, that's the name of the game. That's why I be trying to tell niggas, yo, you know what I'm saying? Come in here and donate. You know what I mean? You don't get that shit, you will. I'll make it in a way you can understand. That's what I'm trying to make it is. I'm taking my time with it because I know everybody doesn't understand this stuff. I understand it, but a lot of people don't understand it. In August 2025, the cryptocurrency world witnessed a spectacle. Kanye West, which is this month, Kanye West, known as Ye, um, launched the Yeezy Money meme coin on Solana, which is a blockchain. Within 40 minutes of its debut, the token surged to $3 billion. That's why I was arguing with that dude earlier. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's crazy too. Um, and within 40 minutes, it went to $3 billion, okay? $3 billion, only to collapse to $1 billion shortly thereafter. Now, that's not bad. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. The reason I say that's not bad is because of the pure simple fact that it could have went to 1.2 million in the same amount of time. That's the point. In the same amount of time. So when you catch the dip, watch the dip. Watch the dip carefully. Don't take your eyes off the dip. If you go and you look at the TV or you go and look at the side of the screen, the dip can happen that quick 2 times. What's going on, Sparkle? So you know what I mean? Watch when you do that or whatever. Yo, Sparkle, check out the digs. I got the joint to follow me and all that now. Shit's wild crazy. We on the AI shit right now. It's a separate camera following. Shit crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? No hands. Shout out to Amar L, man. He helped this purchase, man, for real. Let me show you how tall this shit is. Like, people think I'm exaggerating. I ain't exaggerating at all. See what I mean? And this shit keep going up. It still got room to go up. Y'all can't even see me though. Watch this. Watch when I bring it down. Y'all gonna get a feeling of how tall it is. Now I'm bringing this down full range. This thing goes 63 feet high, dog. So this shit is almost as tall. See what I'm saying? See how long it took me to take it down? Pause. This is how tall this shit is. So this shit crazy. What's going on? Thank y'all too. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You can't get a lot of things done on here, but we doing what we can. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we can. We doing what we can. I appreciate all y'all tuning in here, fucking with me. Lady Sparkle been over here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other people been over here for a minute. Y'all make sure y'all go check out her page as well. She got a page. She do her thing over there, whatever. They be talking about a little bit of everything over there, but sometimes that shit be fucking funny as hell when you be over there cussing them motherfuckers out. I be catching that shit. I'm like, let me not like it or something, because if I like your shit, you know what I'm saying, they might come over there and start attacking you. So I'll do that just protect you, because them motherfuckers, they see my name or see I don't like some shit, or they coming over there to fuck with it. You understand what I'm saying? And trust me, you do not need the problems I have. I went to block some more people, and it must have worked, because I'm noticing them people, because they're not here. Like, one of the dudes I went to go block was a dude, and I found out he was a vlogger. And I went on his page because I was like, when you click their name of subscribers off of YouTube Studio, what it does is it brings you over to YouTube. Like, you click their name of the new subscriber, it brings you over to YouTube, and then you hide their profile from there. So you get to go through their profile and see what's on their profile. He was a blogger for real. He had like 3.7K subscribers, which ain't a lot, but he had 3.7K. And so you could tell he was an avid vlogger because he had been doing it every day. I was looking at some of his old material. That's the key to everything. I was like, yo, that's why I tell niggas, go look at my old material. I went to go look at his old material, and this from like a month and a half ago. And it was all about Puff, and it was all anti-Puff. I said, oh, that's why you over here. Then when I came to figure it out, I saw that he had shared me a couple of times. Like, it'll tell you within the, that's why I told you, go to the, what's the name, the online version of YouTube Studio, not the app of YouTube Studio. So he had shared me a couple times, and I could see it. There's a certain spot you can go in there, you can see who shared you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. You'll see how many times they shared you, but you'll get a general idea that they're sharing your material. So I was like, all right, cool. That's cool. So you're probably one of them people. So I got rid of him, got him out of here. And I got rid of like 6 or 7 other people that I just thought was a problem, or maybe traffic was coming from their channel that was coming to my keying over here. Like, if I do some keyings because I think something funny, you know, trolling and shit, I'd be like, you too old to be trolling, son. You saw I called them niggas out yesterday. One nigga was like, he had been on here for 18 years. I said, you got it at 40. Trolling at 40 plus. The nerve. I say, if you got something to say, go over there with your real name. Go with your real. See, that's my real name, my real face, all that in that profile. You know what I'm saying? Go over there with your real name, your real face, and everything. Tell them how you feel. In August 2025, crypto world witnessed the cryptocurrency world witnessed a spectacle. Kanye West, known as Ye, launched the Yeezy money meme coin on blockchain. Within 40 minutes of its debut, the token surged to 3 billion market cap, only to be collapsed to 1 billion shortly thereafter. This roller coaster ride underscores a growing trend in the speculative market. So speculative markets mean you think that somebody's going to have something going on. You understand what I'm saying? Where we at? I'm in the New York City tri-state, man. This roller coaster ride underscores a growing trend in speculative markets. The fusion of celebrity influence and digital assets appearing that promises astronomical gains, but often delivers devastating losses. So what they're saying is you can't just point at Kanye and say this. This has happened a million times over, and this is not cash, this is cryptocurrency. Yeezy's launch, you knew the risk. Yeezy's launch was no ordinary crypto event. Yeah, a global icon with 33 million followers on X declared Yeezy money is here, and a new economy built on chain. His message resonated instantly. The token's initial surge was fueled by a combination of hype, brand loyalty, and the allure of being on the ground floor of celebrity projects. Traders poured in capital, with one investor turning over $500,000. Like I said, once again, you know what I'm saying? Whoever got the money, that's who can play. And that level of the game. You understand what I'm saying, guys? Make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Um, into what? And he said traders poured in capital, with one investor turning $500,000 investment into $1.7 million in the course of only 10 minutes. Whoever got the bread, that's who can play at that level. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Also, make sure you hit up the Cash App if you don't have Cash App. Yo, 10 people, lower guy, because you say hit the hit the like button. These people are fucking, yo, these are weirdos. I'm glad they left. I don't want no weirdos like that listening to me. I don't like weirdos like that. He said hit the like button. He's asking too much of us. Let's go. These projects thrive on social media momentum, but falter when hype wanes or when market fundamentals fail to justify the price. Yeezy's tokenomics exposed critical vulnerabilities. A staggering 70% of the supply was allocated to Yeezy Investments LLC, with vested tokens locked in for 3 months. Now, what I was saying about this earlier is when you get a token, or sometimes they do stocks like this, they'll lock you into the stock for a couple of months, meaning that you can't, so you can't sell the stock off and do automatic trades. So like say like you drop some money in the stock market, all right, you in the game until 4 o'clock in the evening hit, right? So you can mess with like 4 or 5 different stocks if you want to. I wouldn't tell you try to manage any more than 4 or 5 at a time by yourself, actively trading that day. But you can do multiple ones if you want to. So basically they have a hold on the stock sometimes, and they have a hold on Dogecoin where you have a minimum where you have to hold it before you can sell it. A lot of companies do this when they hire you, and this is for all you career girls out there that have companies that allow you to invest in their companies or whatever. A lot of your companies, the people that do it still, excuse me, they'll allow you to invest. And they'll allow you to invest into the company, but at the same time, you have to keep the stock sitting there. It's kind of like the same thing if you invest in your 401k plan. You have to you can bet against it and grab some money out of it. It's not a good idea to do unless you've been saving for about 10 years, 5 years, 7 years minimum. But you can borrow against that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the company will let you have the loan without even having a staggering, I'm going to use that word, staggering amount of interest applied to that loan. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the company you're working for and how much they're worth. You know what I'm saying? How good your manners are. But yeah, you can make that happen. Yeah. So listen, like I was saying to you guys, don't be I mean, there's really no reason to read the rest of this, but I'm gonna read the rest of it because I'll never, you'll never hear me wild out on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not gonna happen. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just sharing this. Okay, well, that's all right. You're gonna have to forgive me. What's your name? Track or whatever. I don't really do any of that type of stuff. His early stuff. A lot of people say they was into Kanye's early stuff. I'm into his stuff now. I think the stuff he's done lately musically is way better than a lot of his early stuff. I mean, some of his early stuff is classics, yeah, definitely. But I think like the stuff that Kanye's done now, that's why I'm not looking too much within this thing. Let me just finish reading this, and then we'll talk about a little bit about his music or whatever. Um, On chain analysts notice suspicious trading activities. Okay, so let me explain this to you a little bit better. Yeezy tokenomics exposed the critical vulnerabilities. A staggering 70% of the supply was allocated to Yeezy Investments LLC, with vested tokens locked for 3 months. While the structure aims to prevent dumping, it also concentrates power in the hands of insiders. On-chain analysis noticed suspicious trading activity. 8 traders purchased over 90,000. I told you whoever got the bread can play. You know what I'm saying? Over 8 traders purchased $90,000 worth of Yeezy within minutes of his launch, one profiting by 354% in 10 minutes. Such patterns raise red flags about leaks or pre-launch trading, eroding trust in people's project fairness. The same thing with the donation system here. Sad enough to say, Umar Johnson, and I gotta say this too, man. Nigga, I'm gonna talk about that shit with the $500 dinner. Nigga, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? What the fuck's wrong with you? You're fucking up the money. Fucking up the money. Look, I can go look right now. I guarantee you nobody's donated to me, right? Nobody's supported my channel or nothing. I can guarantee you. Yeah, so we'll wrap this up quick because it's been an hour. I'll give it like another hour and then I'll be out because Umar Johnson and a few of these other like hustling ass bitches here on YouTube, because the bitches is at fault too. The bitches is trying to pass blame at Umar, but really the bitches be out here hustling hard too. So that's why I really ain't got too much of a motherfucking soft heart for a lot of these hoes on here, because these hoes be involved in all kinds of shit, and they be motherfucking scamming on money too. So bitches, when y'all motherfuckers sit out there and try to act like you got so much dignity, talk about them crooked ass bitches that be over there with y'all. They be doing all kinds of shit. It's some crooked bitches on here. I showed a bitch the other day, Cynthia G. This whore was able to raise enough money to buy herself a new house from black females, and her topic of interest was talking about was specifically aborting black male babies. And this is a black woman. This is how skewed these people's thoughts are. And if you talk, and I'm talking black Americans, if you talk, yes, her name is Cynthia G, and then she got kicked off of YouTube. And who come to her defense swooping in? A black male YouTuber that just happened to be part of the LBGT community over there. I'm not saying he's a bad person because he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad person because he's part of them. I'm just saying you're a bad person if you let a bitch like that host on your show, dog. Like, what the fuck is that about? And he was agreeing with some of her points. And I played the material the other day. I'll play it for y'all again. They helped this bitch buy a house. If you go over to the comments section, you will see hundreds of comments supporting this woman, black women supporting this woman, saying, yeah, we are bleeding your message. Maybe we should abort black male babies. Well, if you abort all black male babies, who the fuck are the girls going to have kids with? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. If you abort all the black male babies, who are the black women going to have kids with? Uh-huh. There's always something behind some shit. That bitch is an agent. So black Americans love the sales pitch. So I don't get no sales pitches. I just be like, look, this is shit I'm talking about. I'm getting ready to do this. Like the other night, I took these niggas. That's why I got to put that video on pause too, because fuck that. Niggas ain't getting that for free. I took these niggas the other night. I told these niggas the other night, I sat here for 3 hours. 3 hours. And I said, yo, y'all hit up the Cash App, support the channel. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nobody donated a dime except for one person, Ruby Johnson. She donated $10 to me. Subsequently, after that, I cut off the motherfucking live, start going home, whatever, get home. In front of my door is my piece that I'm using right now. Just see follow with me and everything like that. This shit dope, right? Yeah. Dougie Fresh on. Let me see if I do the Dougie Fresh. Ow! So you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got this piece when I came home. Then my peoples was like, yo, what the fuck you still sitting? Why were you sitting online with them niggas for? It's a waste of time. And everybody keep telling me it's a waste of time to be fucking with y'all. I got multiple people telling me, yo, it's a waste of time for you to be fucking with the people. Why are you even really talking to them? They don't like you. They watching you to be watching you, like some voyeur shit. That's why I started using the word voyeur. And I say, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is like that. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't get too much into anything over here no more as far as like deep conversations because it's a waste of time. They're going to these subscribers are going to believe what they want to believe, and they all need a leader. They can't lead themselves, so they need a leader. those that can't lead need to be led. It's always been like that. So they always need a leader. Their leader is their podcasters. But when I see a woman that can raise enough money to put a down payment on a brand new house over talking about aborting male babies, I'm like, yo, you talking about what's wrong with black women? A lot of you bitches are fucking crazy, because that's crazy. And say I was on here and I was collecting donations for saying, promoting, specifically aborting black female babies. Y'all be like, this nigga's a devil. That's a boogeyman. He's a burning hell. Da, 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 da. They would, you go, girl. And they write it in the comments. Like, I can't make this up. Put in her name, Cynthia G. And put in Cynthia G. And put in abortions, black babies. And you tell me what comes up. You tell me what comes up. I played a segment of this shit here. I'm not going to play it too much because the nigga she did it on there with, he be flying around the town, you know what I mean, trying to flag niggas and shit. So I ain't going to play the shit no more. But I played it the other day. A lot of people saw it, and it was just, they were blown away from it because, once again, they thought I was lying. No, I don't be lying. I be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was like, yo, he ain't really bad. I was just with my bad boy brothers tonight for laughs. What happened? I walked around the crowd. Y'all niggas could have said whatever you wanted to say in the chat room. Niggas was quiet, tired as a church mouse. And that's just a smidgen. That wasn't even all of us. That was just a smidgen. But that's why I put my people. So I was like, yo, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. And I was like, yo, by the time, like, usually I handle shit myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm running in about, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need, you know what I mean, some assistance. So I was just like, yo, let me check. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? Then I had to go over to, you know what I mean, Brooklyn real quick, tell niggas about some shit. I was like, yo, niggas is in my chat room like they get ganging up. I'm like, niggas is like, for real? I was like, yo, and I got some names that I can name. Like, I don't need no motherfucking screen name, nigga. I got some names I can name. You know what I'm saying? That I know's behind it. So if I were you, I'd cut it out. I cut it out quick. You know, that's just a suggestion. You know what you want to do. I cut it out. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like. People don't like people fuck with me. I keep telling people that. People don't like when people fuck with me. They really don't. That's why I be trying to handle it myself. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why I be trying to handle it myself. Because some of my people, they ain't got no chill for you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no chill. I know some people that will straight up put you in the back of a trunk somewhere. Like, seriously. And not think nothing about the repercussions. I'm dead serious for fucking with me. And it's not because I told them to do it. It's just that's how they feel. That's how they get down. Now, you know what I'm saying? I can't control nobody like that. But what I'm telling you is, be careful who the fuck you talking to out here. Like I told you, homie, I'm not by myself. I don't know why you think I'm by myself, but I ain't by myself. Is nobody else speaking of this, or is it just me? Nobody else is going to speak of it. They're not going to speak of it. It's not in the best interest for them to speak of it because it slows down their money. See, as much as these people sit online out of the quote-unquote urban community and try to tell you or try to shame people or whatever for donations and shit like that or whatever, don't you notice one thing? If they were so up and bound about their prerequisites as far as, like, you know, saving the culture and helping the culture and all that other big shit they be preaching, right? If they was really into that, right, why would they? Okay, so if you want everybody to be righteous or whatever, in other words, like this, the nigga will be sitting up here talking about Umar Johnson talking about donations at the same time you got a Cash App superimposed on your screen. But yet still you going into other people's chat rooms talking about, why could you got it? I had a nigga come in here one day and talk about, how come you on here begging for Cash App? I said, nigga, I ain't said nothing about Cash App. He said, well, you got your Cash App on your screen. I said, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some really envious people when it comes to this Cash App and cash grab shit here on motherfucking YouTube. Some of these people, they only want the Cash App so they can go buy a new pair of sneakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just had somebody, like I give you an example, this piece that I'm using that move with me, shall I move with me and all that shit. Look, hands free, baby. Hands free. You understand? Shit move with me. This shit was like, it was 74 originally, but it was like 63, I think, altogether, because of a little discount thing or whatever. I go buy equipment. I've always been known for that. You go look at my history, my channel, you always see me buying some equipment or some shit, battery packs and shit. Like, I need shit so I can make a better what's the name. Niggas came on my page last night talking about, yo, at least it could have been clear. Well, bitch, when I was telling y'all niggas to donate some money so I could get my phone back because I lost my phone. You know, the same phone, the same two devices I bought so y'all have shit in 4K. Help out. Niggas don't want to help out. You ain't a girl. If you ain't part of black, if you part of the black community, you gotta be a girl for them to even donate to you, or you gotta be female adjacent. Meaning you gotta be like one of the LBGTQ dudes. That's what it is. And the masculine, so-called masculine dudes, they so busy trying to get the bitches to like side with them and shit. Like they try to force black women to like them. I'm like, nigga, anytime you gotta force some bitches to like you, they don't like you. I don't know how many times I told men that, like, listen, man, fuck with the girls that like you. I always fuck with the girls that like me. Like, I know within a couple of seconds if a girl like me or not, because they'll start giggling with shit I say, or they'll do something to let you know, yo, I might not give you the pussy right now, but I think you know what I mean, whatever, whatever. There's a lot of these, how can I say it? There's a lot of these podcasters that feed you one thing, but they really got another motive. So they'll feed to you right now that they're so righteous and they're so stand up. I challenge you to go look at their history online. You might see something different. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've been talking all week, man, but like it's partially YouTube too, so I can't blame that because people that know me, they'll come show up on my page or whatever, whatever. But YouTube has done this thing where you can actually just go scrolling. Like I had somebody here yesterday, and he proved my point. I was so glad he said what he said, and I didn't even block him. I was like, I'm so glad you said that because you proved what I said. YouTube has changed the algorithm. There's been another update, so they might have changed it again. I don't know if they changed it to fix it or they changed it to make it worse. But the alternative motive seems to be so we won't make money off of people donating to us because they know strangers are less likely to give you some money. For an example, if I was standing outside this door of y'all know if y'all live in New York, the nigga that's standing outside the door and will hold the door for you when you go up in the McDonald's and shit. You know what I'm saying? The tip cup nigga. It's like it's like everybody walking out that McDonald's, maybe out of 1 out of 5 might give you some. You know what I'm saying? So basically what they did was they got that point out the way so people would either have aspirations to go for AdSense to make money or pre-existing people that already had AdSense, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Make them work harder. You understand what I mean? And definitely the come up ain't on the lives no more. They trying to shut that live shit down, in my personal opinion. I think in another year or two, you'll see a reformed version of what you once knew was going live. It won't be the same thing anymore. I don't know what they're gonna do with the iteration of it, but it's gonna be different. And it should be different. This format of going live and just speaking to people is getting old now. It's getting old. People are not using it for what it was originally this platform was used for, which was to be inventive, to be artists. These people that are having these podcasts, many of them, they wouldn't even have a voice in their own community, let alone all these different people that they have online that are total fucking strangers. You know what I'm saying? Or people that are unversed in life completely. I talk about six of them, and one of the people on the list of that six is a very big blogger who I was wholly surprised don't even have a fucking high school diploma. Ain't that a bitch? I'm in Boston, but I know what you're saying. Man, I'm right down the road. I'm in Connecticut, ma. New England talk. I know you know what I'm talking about. New England talk. We got like this weird mix down here in this end of Connecticut where it's like all the way up to where I used to live in Connecticut was like that too, but not as much as it is down here. Was this weird mix of like, because even my friends pointed it out to me the other night. They was like, "Yo, you sound like you're from Boston." Sometimes I was like, "I'm not from fucking Boston," but we have this weird mix of like New England, shoreline, New York accent. I don't know if Danielle can like, and where up her way, it's more like Boston, but Boston accents and New York accents, if you're unfamiliar with them, they sound very much similar, especially if you compare somebody that grew up in like, I don't know, like Southie, Enway, something like that, or whatever, whatever, and like somebody that grew up in like Brooklyn. You'll almost think it's the same thing until you start getting into intricate conversations. And then like they'll enunciate their ahs or their stuff a little bit so much the same as New Yorkers that it'll catch you off guard. Like one word we'll probably say the same all the time is car. Yo, where's the car? Me and my friends was on the train the other night cracking up with that shit. Cause he said, yo, why sometimes you sound like you from Boston? Like I be swearing you from Boston. I be forgetting. You down this way though, like I'll be like, yeah, that's why. A lot of people And there's even a mix between the fans. Like, once you get to Connecticut, there's a mixture of fans. There's one half that's Boston, New England. Then there's one half that's like Yankees, Giants. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. But she said, yeah. She said, I know what you're saying. That's the truth. Like we used to call people in Boston massholes. That's what we used to call them. What you talking about, the massholes? We was joking though, but you know what I mean. It's worked up. YouTube been recommending me so much bullshit. I gotta block 20 channels every time. There you go. There's somebody else talking about it. Yeah, they've changed the algorithm about 4 months ago. That's when I started noticing. And when I first started noticing, it was like when I was talking about earlier. I was like, and I just want to have a little talk about that real quick. You do kind of sound like you got both going on. I hear the New York, but the way you say Boston, you sound Boston. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, on the shoreline, everybody, I feel like a lot of people sound like that because I got like friends that live in Westerly and shit, and I got friends that live up in what's the name in P Town in Pravi, and like my friends in Pravi and Fall River be sounding like that too, which is Massachusetts, but it's really Connecticut. It's really Connecticut. I mean, excuse me, it's really Rhode Island, but it is Massachusetts technically. But my friends up there, it's like the same thing. They sound like half of New York, half of Boston, half of Shoreline. Because the shore guy got his own accent. Like the Shoreline people almost sound like they're from Maine. You know what I'm saying? And the Maine accent is more New England, in my opinion. If you ever heard a Maine or New Hampshire accent, you know what I'm talking about, a real Maine and New Hampshire accent. You know what I'm saying? Where they be like, yeah, I gotta go up on the bow. Like it almost sounds like it's English, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna get me a new fly, you know what I mean? Some shit like that. But it almost sounds like it's English damn near. So yeah, you get up into like I went up to what's fucking the name of that place? My friend, he took us up there before to go skiing. Caribou, Maine. Caribou, Maine. So the third night we was up there, we stayed up there for a week and a half damn near. You know what I'm saying? Had a good fucking time. We had more time fun inside the fucking cabin, whatever the fuck that shit was, than we did actually going outside. Like we went to the store one time, had fun like a motherfucker in there. There was some people in there. We was cracking up laughing. We had a good time up there. Shout out to Caribou, Maine. But let me tell you something right about Caribou, Maine. You ever felt what it feel like to feel like 28 up in New England? That's right. You ever feel what it feel like to be 31 motherfucking below outside? Oh, that's some different shit right there. Hey, my boy had the suggestion that we go in fucking January. One of the coldest fucking months up here. January and February are the coldest months in the New York City, tri-state, and New England area. This is when all that water hit up, that air hit off the water and cut your ass deep. You understand what I'm saying? It was 31 fucking below zero. Yes, ma'am. Shining TV. 31 for, and he said, and it's nothing irregular to get under 15 degrees under zero. It's not irregular. 15 below zero. But this shit was 31 degrees below zero. I said, I ain't never seen no shit. This is like some Alaska shit. This shit was real. Yeah, then Boston has its own accents depending on the area. Yeah. I noticed that too, cause like when you go to like I've been to Holyoke, I've been to Fall River. You know what I'm saying? It get cold as fuck. You damn right. Yeah, the accents change in Boston too, cause some accents if you go down by the water, that's what I was saying. If you go towards the North Pole, yeah, damn. But I know what you're talking about. No. We're talking about going further up north. No, New Hampshire is outside of Boston. New Hampshire, Maine, all that. That's going up into Canada. Canada get cold like that too. When you go into Nova Scotia and all that shit gets cold, G. I've been up to Nova Scotia. One of my exes, I talked about it before, Tina. I just talked to her not too long ago too. That's weird. But she's from Nova Scotia. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not familiar with Nova Scotia, Canada, this is some black history for you. The slaves that escaped from the South and Sojourner Truth, which up in Boston, where is it at? In Holyoke, matter of fact. Not Holyoke, where the girls' college is. What's the girls' college? I forgot what it is. What is the college? It's that town with all the girls' colleges right outside of Holyoke. It's my homegirl. She used to have a restaurant out there called Vera Gazano. She got my homegirl, Linda Ortega. If any of y'all know her, she's a makeup artist out of California, whatever. Brown? What do you mean brown? I don't know what you mean by brown. What do you mean Brown what? Oh, Brown College? I think it might be, but it's a couple girls' colleges. But UMass is on the same. What is the name of the town that UMass is in? A little small ass town. What the fuck is the name of it? It's the next town over from there. Whatever town UMass is in, it's the town over from UMass. After you go across the little bridge shit right there, is that town. Not Flitzburg, the other one. Cause that's where they got a in the graveyard over there. I tell you, they got the graveyard over there. They got a who was it? Sojourn. I don't know if it was Sojourner Truth. I think it was Sojourner Truth. She died up in there, up in that area of Boston. Oh, it was, excuse me, Massachusetts. Was it Sojourner Truth or Harriet? I think it was Sojourner Truth. I want to say it was either Harriet Tubman, but they have actually a statue of her in the what's the name in the park over there. I think it might be. It's not Fitchburg. I forgot where the hell it is. Where UMass is. But is UMass there, and then there's a whole bunch of girls' colleges all around the same area. But it's right outside of Holyoke. Because when I went up there, the bus didn't even go there or the train. You had to catch a fucking what's the name? You had to catch a Greyhound the rest of the way and shit. Because the town is so small. But anyway, never mind that. My point is, yeah, Boston and New England area. That's a good conversation to have. Yeah, the accents depend on if you want the shoreline, if you further up north you are, whatever. But up in what I was talking about with Canada, I'm sorry, I skipped off that. Up in Nova Scotia, Harriet Tubman was taking all the slaves up there. And the slaves eventually ended up creating their own colony up there. A lot of people don't know that. So a lot of these people that are in Nova Scotia and Canada might be your cousins and shit. You never knew it. And I remember having that conversation with her, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. She had family that lived in Florida. She had family that lived in Louisiana, my friend Tina. She had family that lived in fucking Chicago. But here she is, born and raised, and generationally in Nova Scotia and fucking British Columbia. And that's some shit. So yeah, man, look up Nova Scotia, you'll understand what I'm talking about, which is right outside of Mass and all that shit. You know what I mean? You got to drive through all that to get to there. It's gonna take you about a good, I don't know. From here where I'm at, it takes about 3 hours. You can get to Mass in Boston. You can get to Boston in 3 hours. Boston is the last stop in Massachusetts. If y'all don't know, so it's at the top of the shit. And then I think there's like one other place up there. That's where all the Cape Verdean people are. I forgot what that town is, but there's a whole bunch of Cape Verdeans up there. Cape Verdeans and people that are I forgot what they are. That's deep. That information is not in all school. Yeah, man. I've been everywhere, man. And I'm not saying it in a bragging right. Puff. When I worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years, so that's why a lot of y'all hear me talking about music stuff. When I was streaming the other night, I hope you guys got to check it out. I streamed it for y'all anyway. I was just gonna stream like 10 minutes of it. Some speak French, but most speak English. Some speak French at one time. Boston and Rhode Island. Yeah. Come on, man. I done partied out in Westerly. You understand what I'm saying? I had an my ex-girlfriend, Katie, is from fucking Westerly. Her dad owns a car lot out there. So yeah, my ex is from Westerly. I done fell asleep on Westerly Beach. There's bars and shit on the beach out there, Westerly Beach, Senor Flacco's. Shout out to Senor Flacco's. And a couple other little restaurants. There's a little hotel over there. I don't know if they still got that over there in Westerly. But yeah, we used to have bonfires out on Westerly Beach. You know how it is. Motherfuckers get it in on Westerly Beach, be there early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's very different growing up in New England and New York. And I'm glad I got this, experience both. Because New York has its disadvantages, but it has its advantages. That stuff that you can do and participate with that's worth long, and you'll always remember it. And you can only learn it in New York. You can't learn it in any other city. Then in Connecticut, there's certain things that you'll get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Scenery, cleanness, and all that stuff or whatever. But there's also some lessons, some things you can learn here too. And then Jersey's the same way. I have friends in all three of those locales. I can go through all three states, and I got friends. You know what I'm saying? And I go up to Boston, and I can go to Rhode Island, and I can go to the other side of Connecticut. I've never shortened myself. Ever since I was younger, I've always been moving. I always am somewhere. You know what I'm saying? New York, yeah. All right. MV, All right, MV, Mount V. I already know. Already. You sound like a Bronx or where you from? Queens? You sound like you from the Bronx or Queens. Those are the three. Yeah, those are the three. But I know people up in Boston. I know people up in Westerly. Like I said, my ex-girlfriend was from up in Westerly. Crazy Italian chick I talk about all the time. Who was a down motherfucker, if I got to say anything other than that. Down ass broad. I was with her for a minute. Um, Looked out so many times. There's nothing bad I could say about her. You know what I'm saying? Other than she was a I just said that shit too. I said, you sound like you from the Bronx or Queens. Because you know how we do. We pick up on certain things, how people talk or whatever, whatever. As you was in Brooklyn, you would have been mad rude. But it depends on what part of the Bronx you from. That's why she said Northeast Bronx. She said, nigga, I ain't from Castle Hill. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I ain't from Castle Hill or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm from over there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Riverdale. I'm fucking with you. That's what I tend to be as crazy Italian. I love, like, I don't know. Let me fucking tell you something. I grew up around, I just talked to my homeboy this last night because I tagged him out. Ghostface Killer got a new joint out, Supreme Clientele 2. Make sure y'all check that out. Now from the jungle, you already know what I'm talking about. You know the vibes. Anyway, and I used to live in the Bronx. So this for everybody, you know, I lived in the Bronx for like what? A long amount of time, and I got some history in the Bronx to go back before I lived there. That's just like embedded in there. So my name will always be in the Bronx. Bronx always get love from me. Um, and Harlem, and the same thing with Brooklyn. Those are the three and Queens too. Those are four I really mess with. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I'm a co-op girl. I told you. Now we live over by the water. We over by the water. You know over there. No, the bus don't go over there. That's a flex in New York. No, the bus don't go over there. You're gonna have to catch the Uber after you get off the second train stop. The bus don't go over there. Word up, I already got you, bro. The bus don't go over there. Now, as far as some, that's right. But there's a lot of buses. That's word. But beforehand, shit, about 10 years ago it was a certain point you go over by 241st. I think that was the furthest you could go. After that, like what, Mount Vernon East. But I think it was like 241st, something like that. The train stopped after a certain point after that. And after that, you catching a whole different train line. So yeah, it just now. But before, I used to be the flex. It used to be like that for Queens too. But yo, you know, y'all get over here. You know, the bus don't go over there. Only people who live in New York will understand that. The bus don't go over there. That was the flex. Oh, y'all live somewhere nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it meant. You know what I mean? Or it was a good area or whatever. Anyway, back to the subject here. Guys, make sure y'all hit the cash app, $STRINGERBELL80. Again, it's cash app, $STRINGEL. Oops. $STRINGBER. Why am I saying GBER? It's GER. That's why I was like, I need to start looking at this. $STRINGERBELL80. I kept saying that. I don't know why I said that. That's a two train. That's a two train, but it only go but so far. I think it go to Nered. Let me see. It'll go to Nered. It'll go to Gun Hill. It'll go to, I think the last stop on there is West. No. What is it? It starts with a W. It's the very last stop, and then the train turn around and start coming back uptown. I forgot what last stop that is. It's not Whitehall. I forgot what last stop that is. But it starts with a W, and it's right after Nered, and then there's Gun Hill. I forgot, but it's on the two train line. You said, yep, 241st is the last stop. Yeah, I thought it was 241st. I just wasn't sure. But I know it, like at 2 and the 5 is different. Like on the 2, I think it's something else. But on the 5 train, I think it is 241st. That's first to go. A lot of people up in here, where they at? You crazy. Yeah, they don't like hitting the like button. Like some people in here this they hate. Some people in here this they hate follow me or whatever. As you can see, you as usual. You know what I'm saying? I like staying with y'all and kicking it with y'all, but sometimes it's got to make sense. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Yeah, I have to make it make sense. So, there's a sentiment out here right now. My head is big as hell. Yeah, yeah. Leave it up to a man to come up in here and fuck up the whole conversation. I told you these niggas is weird. These niggas is weird. Say what? Yo, coming out of Miami. What's up, Miami? What's going on? Miami always get love up in here. Yo, hold on. Let me get rid of this nigga real quick. I hope I can get rid of Shorty. Because she was cool. Did I get rid of her accidentally? Hold on one second. I think I got rid of Shorty accidentally. Yeah, I did. Oh, shit. Hold on one second, y'all. No, Shauna TV still up in here. I like her. Okay. Okay. Shauna TV, she's still up in here. All right. Shauna, write something in the comment section if you're still up in here. I accidentally was trying to block this other goofy that came in here and said something. Your name. No, I don't give niggas shout outs. Fuck I look like. What's going on? There you go, Sean. All right. Yeah, yeah. I accidentally pressed it. It happens sometimes. Like, they won't be able to tell until they write a comment. So that's why I said write a comment shit, just so I know. I see you now. All right. I was something other goofy. We always get these men that come up in here. And that's what I be seeing what some of y'all chicks be talking about. I'm going to get into this puff stuff with these kids or whatever in a minute, these students. But I be seeing what y'all chicks be talking about because I be literally having grown men come up into my chat room and shit and be like talking shit like we in the sandbox or we 16 standing in front of the housing projects goofing and shit like that. Like, my nigga, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. For the men that come up in here trolling or subtly disobserving niggas or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't need a mod. I handle them myself because I embarrass the fuck out of them. Because, first of all, you should know where you at in the world, right? You know what I'm saying, Shauna? So I'll be having niggas that come up here, they'll throw a goof in there. Ain't nobody laughing at them, so that's why it don't bother me. But it'd be more so, I like embarrassing them because I notice the people that do that, they all got one thing in common. Them niggas always been on here a certain amount of time. Most of the time, I'm gonna say like 85% of the time. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the other half that just go and create multiple fucking profiles, which that part in itself is a sociopath or psychopath, in my opinion. But some of these dudes, they've been on here for like 18 years. We caught two dudes yesterday. I called them out. They had been on here for 18 years. One dude only had 9 subscribers. There was another dude that was on here for 15 years. So that automatically lets me know you are at least the ages of 30, 35 to 40 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got these 30, 35, 40-year-old niggas that's online and they trolling niggas. The niggas ain't really worth nothing. That's why they really an embarrassment. Because it's like, nigga, you ain't really got no money to donate, so you opted to troll. That's really what they trying to tell you without telling you. You don't understand. They don't peep the game. Like, if a nigga's out here and they professionally trolling for 18 years, that's because the nigga ain't got no money to give no money. You know what I'm saying? So that's his rebuttal. You a brokey, you this, you that, you this, you that. All right, nigga, you donate some money. Show me out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how a real nigga would do. Like, a real nigga, niggas that really got it, niggas will throw 30,000 at a nigga just to embarrass him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, ask that nigga, Rick Ross. Nigga threw a stack of like 40,000 at Rick Ross. Yeah, I ain't in big money. Never mind. Never mind. What am I explaining that shit for? Yes, you have trolls, so the haters love you. Who got the time to be making multiple profiles? Peoples like that need to get a job, but that's what they'll come into. Yo, check my check. See, I got a reason to be here. If I was just doing this for a hobby, it'd be something different. The page is monetized. You understand what I'm saying? So the depictive of how long I stream and talk to y'all, whatever, the interaction, whatever, I'm getting paid off that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I be telling y'all, hit the like button, double tap the screen, hit the like button for me right now. Double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the cash app. The more interaction y'all do, the more I get out there. And that's what I'm saying. You see, I buy pieces for my shit. Like, I'm not sitting here fronting with y'all and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I love this shit right here. See this shit? No matter where I go, this shit following with me. That's dope, right? Y'all like that? No matter where I go, this shit following with me. Shout out to my brother, the Mod L. That's a brother right there. He had donated for me to get this. I didn't even know why, because I never went into the account. I just go in there and get the link, and then after that, so let me check the account on. I was like, oh shit. I mean, this shit right here, this is the best like tripod. This is a tripod, dolly, stand, monopod, all in the one. And this shit is tall as fuck. This shit is taller than me, and I'm 6'3". This shit is taller than me. You understand what I'm saying? No, I'm using my old raggedy ass phone, but this is like a separate piece. So my phone is in the middle. This is me, and as you can see, no hands involved. You know what I'm saying? Just so you get a gist. No hands involved. See what I'm saying? No hands involved. So nothing's moving it. You know what I'm saying? It's moving on its own, and it's intelligent. So there's a camera. There's a separate camera that's right here. That camera is working with an app that I'm streaming with, but I can still go live with you. That was my biggest concern. I was like, I hope I can still go live, but it's an AI like light, and it's working off. It even says it on the thing. It says Yuki AI assistance. So you sit there, you hold it, and you lock it in for like about 10 seconds. You just press the button, and then it gets on your face right there, whatever, whatever, whatever. And whatever you press the button on and you zoomed in on, that's what it locks in on, and it'll follow that. You know what I'm saying? Just like this. Now there's more people in here now. We talking about the trolls. Yeah, that's what it is. It's trolls. Like they're not gonna hit the like button. They're not gonna do any of that. And the other half of them is people. Danielle, Danielle, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you too, Shauna TV, because I think you are a vlogger too, right? Let me tell you something. Within the what's the name? You've been here for about 4 years. That's still steady. Let me tell you something about some of the urban crowd here. A lot of people that you got in the urban crowd and the white crowd too, but I'm gonna speak about the urban crowd first. A lot of people that you got in the urban crowd, you got to pay very close attention to them. Just because you got the same skin color as them doesn't mean you're the same as them. And mind, be mindful of what I'm saying here. A lot of these guys that are out here, that are these new wave vloggers or whatever, whatever, they mean you're no good. Trust me when I tell you this. They sit in these panels and they're gathered together. Be wary of them panels. Don't go on them panels. I've boarded them for years. I've been here for 5 years. I ain't just show up here and get 30,000 plus. Okay, I've been here for a minute. So avoid them panels at all costs. Even if it's a subject that you really feel dear and near about, avoid them fucking panels. I didn't seen it like this. I didn't seen a bitch invite a chick over to her podcast on purpose. This that pretend like she gonna make up with her, so she could really embarrass her. You understand what I'm saying? And what she did was when she replayed the footage back, she clipped it up the way she wanted to clip it up. She played it out, put a narrative on top of it, and had this shit running for about 3 or 4 weeks. So, Sean, if you out here in these internet streets, stay the fuck off them panels. Trust me on that one. Listen, ain't a motherfucker I sat on that panel. I don't want to sit. I don't want to talk to motherfuckers. I don't. Diddy who? People use fake profiles because some people get fired who have an unpopular opinion. Yeah, I guess they do. I mean, like right now, the thing with me is, Sean, if you don't know, I worked for Bad Boy for over 17 years. Most people know that. Yeah, no panels. I'm trying to tell you that panel shit. Like you got to weed between everybody's personality. I don't fuck with that shit. Nah. Let me sit with these niggas for about 6, 7 months, figure some shit out. Maybe then. But nah. But let me tell you something. Like a lot of people that's in the black and Latin community that's on here, and they vlog and they all in competition with each other. That's the one thing I learned. For 17 years, I worked at Bad Boy Entertainment. Most of the people on here, they know that. They know me. Most of the people know me in real life. They know that. I was just with my brothers the other night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody knows that about me. I've done that 17 years. If you go back to the last 2 videos before, night before, you'll see me. We went out to, we had like a little reunion dinner, get together type thing, talk about some things or whatever, you know what I mean? And, a whole bunch of things. It's like, oh, that blogger doing that. We saw about the bloggers too, which was funny and ironic because my one man's, he brought it up. The one nigga they didn't see Lucci with. Ah! So anyway, we was all chopping up some shit, talking about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain people in between certain people, not really in a group sense, but it will be in a group sense later on. And some people that need to be pointed out for what they were doing. And that's really what it's about. There's a couple, more than a couple of vloggers, but two of them in particular, they were wrong on their predictions about Puff and the trial and all that. And so now those people that were on that side of anti-Diddy or whatever you case you want to be, they're trying to walk it back. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by walk it back is I danced on MTV. Shout out to T. Clayton, man. He used to, Tim Clayton, Burnham Productions, Burnham, and I forgot what the last name is or whatever, with Burnham Productions or whatever. I danced on Direct Effects for like, what, was it 2 seasons? I think I did 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons. I did 2.5 seasons. Shout out to Jamie. He used to be at the door, man. Those are my peoples right there, man. Like, yeah, I'm MTV alumni too, man. I don't know if you know T. Clayton, but ask him if you know him. Ask him if you know me. I guarantee he's gonna tell you good things about me. He from New Haven. He from New Haven, Connecticut originally. So shout out to T, man. Yeah, I just seen him not too long ago before the well, that's a long time ago now, about 5 years ago. But I've talked to him. The last time I seen him in person was 5 years ago. He at that time he was working with 50. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure I reach back out to him because we got a lot. Like I got a lot of blessings the other night. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of shit I didn't put on camera. One of your favorite rappers was up in there. I'm gonna say that much. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a event that's centered on industry shit. You dig? So and industry people were there. Fredro Starr, he came through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fredro Starr, Rockefeller, they came through, of course. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people in the building. But we ain't gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ant, you know what I'm saying, for DJing. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of shit y'all gonna see. I'll put some more stuff up in a minute. I put up one clip. Don't put up some more clips and stuff like that or whatever. Shout out to Designer. He performed Panda. You know what I'm saying? Like 18 fucking times because they wouldn't stop letting them perform it. You know what I mean? But shout out to him. I wish I would have had my real phone because it would have been totally different. That's why I was like, because my other phone, my S24 pick up low light, all that. I ain't even need a light. I ain't have my lights, nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? I play the guitar, and I'm into that nowadays. Keep playing the guitar then. Keep getting as nice as you can, man. I still, like, I'm a rapper, but I did an R&B album this time. Just to see how it would turn out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've been working on for like, I don't know, like the past year, just rewriting lyrics, writing lyrics, rewriting lyrics here, da da da. That's what I've been doing. And so you just have to keep practicing at it. Like when I first started rapping, right? I'll give you an example. When I first started rapping, it came from writing poems to girls. You know what I'm saying? Rap is a satanic form of music. So what is rock and roll? What is pop? I'll even go deeper than that since you think you're smart, right? This nigga named 633 Matt. Once again, I told you there's always some cocksucker dude that comes up in here and wants to interrupt the conversation because you're a cocksucker. I get it. That's why you ain't even got a profile picture. Well, riddle me this, cocksucker. If the devil, one named Satan, was leader of God's choir, and that is the earliest indication of music, and he was tossed out of heaven for what? Trying to overthrow heaven, right? And fighting and sorting an upload with 200 fallen angels that fell behind him, right? But he was the leader of the choir. I'm here to raise you one other question, sir. And I'll say for somebody that's 17 years in the music business who has promoted multiple genres of music, including rock. If Shaitan was God's leading in charge of the choir and he failed, then all music forms, therefore after, sir, except for those that are raised in prowess to the Lord, are those of his working. Now, I know that's real hard for you to understand. I know that's real hard for you to contemplate. And I'm going to block you so you can really sit down and let that simmer in your soul. Cocksucking motherfucker. All music. Name me one motherfucking song. I Kissed the Girl and I Liked It. That's Katy Perry. You better watch it. You better watch it, girl. Watch yourself. I ain't trying to get you. Katy Perry, Sia, hell, Lady Gaga, who used to be Akon's artist, by the way. She was gifted from Jimmy Iovine. I'm dead serious. I know guys over there. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The internet is too. A remake of the Tower of Babel. Bam. Smart girl. Smart girl. Smart girl. Smart girl. So, music in its effervescent in its lower chakra and state, based on the chords of music, and if anybody knows or cares to know about musical theory, I have a whole fucking joint that I did when I first got on here, and I talked about musical theory. Musical theory stipulates that certain tones for example, can be transcendent of different emotions in people. Meaning for a fact that like there were certain chords that were born. Like for example, the Celtics, they had a horn that they blew, right? And when they blew that horn, exactly, you're very smart. So they had a horn that they blew, right? The Celtics, and this horn was to invoke fear from miles away, meaning that they blew this horn, you knew subliminally in your head that they were at least a mile or a mile and a half away. That was to prepare you because the Celtics, they didn't want to fight any cowards. They wanted to fight people that could fight back. They actually wanted to dominate the actual competition, what they call it. Same thing happened with the Vikings. The Vikings developed, and then the Romans, and then the Egyptians, and then you see all these different cultures, and they all have one thing in common: a horn. It then started to develop into a war march. You know what a war march is, right? That's the same thing you see in the Civil War, where you see them. That was to let them know they're coming. Genghis Khan, same thing. He would have trumpets that blew. Music has always used to be assisted in some form, fashion, or another, whether it's instrumental or whatever the case may be. Very close, very close, very close, Shauna. Very close, very close. But always been used in the facilitation of violence. Don't believe me? There's a movie called Good Morning Vietnam. The whole movie, they play music from that era when they're bombing things. You understand what I'm saying? They play the Doors. You don't believe me? Every time that you have some of the air pilots to this day, they still listen to music when they go on missions. Ask them. Go look up any air pilot right now. Put in your Google search right now. Put in pilot playing music while dog fighting. Put that in. Tell me how many videos come up. Just put in pilot plays music while dog fighting. Music has always, at the outside level of speaking about God, always been used since the falling of Satan himself as a chord. His music is now, he's trying to make up for the music that he can no longer make for the Lord. If you don't get what I'm saying. That's why, if you never noticed, and I was speaking about musical theory, I ain't gonna go too deep because I don't like giving shit for free because these niggas don't. It's been literally a week since I've had a donation. Ain't that crazy? And all the shit I be talking about. No, music is not what you make of it. Not all the time. Music nowadays is what you can make to please the record company so they'll put you out. All right? So, and I know this very well. What I mean by that is this. The average music artist that you have nowadays is basically a common copy or replacement for artists that you've already heard before. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. Church mods. I'm trying to tell you. But literally, that's what it is. Every music that you have out, and like I said, I promoted multiple genres. That was my job, promoting albums, okay, for Bad Boy and multiple different, whoever was our distributor at the time, whether it be BMG, Arista, or Interscope. You understand what I'm saying? We've dealt with promoting everybody from El DeBarge, if that gives you a scope. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He was with Interscope at one time. I think he still is. So is that what you meant, brother, was hitting on the movie Fences? He wasn't hitting on it, was telling you. We be telling you all the time. You just don't want to listen. You want to go listen to lies because lies sound more exciting. That's the trick of the devil, too. That's why you see so many of the different vloggers or whatever that make up shit. I saw a guy, I'm dead serious. That's what they do. They basically, you know what I'm saying? Told you I was in the business a little. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny to look back and listen to shit. But exactly. The chords that you hear, and it's more than just a 7 chord. That's why I said that. It's different chords and the different instrumentations of the chords. Like, I'll give you an example. All right? I'm going to give you an example real quick. This is one time that I'll do this, and I'll never do it again, okay? So you better be tuning in right now. This is one time I'm going to do this, because like I said, it's a goddamn shame that I can sit on here and get real information and can't receive one donation whatsoever. And people will get mad at you all because of Umar and the fuck nigga shit he was doing. That's got a little bit to do with it. A lot of us got to do with these fuck chicks on here. And a lot of us got to do with these fuck niggas on here. But we will survive. We will survive. All right, hold on one second. Because after this, I think I'll do the other story later. What, I've been here 2 hours? Yeah. After 2 hours, I hop off. I don't sit here any longer. So let me let y'all hear this, right? I'll talk a little bit after that, but not much more. I don't mean to be disrespectful and nothing like that. There's just other shit I could be doing, and this app doesn't pay as much. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah. See what the problem is, Shauna and Danielle? We're the way they switched up the algorithm, we're getting strangers in here. And if we're not getting strangers in here, and we're getting haters, or like that white dude you saw earlier that was in here, whatever his name was, they'll sit here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They won't donate to you, nothing like that. There's casual browsers. So these are not people that you should take serious. That's why I don't have no problem going in. Today I went into YouTube Studio. I at least blocked 150 people. That's why you see the numbers there, because someone that was sharing my material. You notice that the numbers are lower because of that pure simple fact. And I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind the lowest for you. I'd rather have people that were dedicated to me, and they'll hit the Cash App, they'll hit the Venmo, they'll hit the PayPal, which you can find in the description box or whatever. Yeah, they just sitting there. They're just sitting there. That's what they do. They just sit there and they just listen to you. They're like voyeurs. So that's why I said I don't want to hear no conversation come out of them, because you're sitting around like a pervert. That's what perverts do. Perverts sit around like they like that listening to my podcast. Like perverts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just let them rock out, let them be who they gonna be. Mm-hmm. A lot of people be on this internet fronting like they something else, and really they just a bunch of groups of perverts and weirdos. To be quite honest with you. Yeah, they can keep it. 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 What you got to start doing is you gotta. Before I play this, what you got to start doing is you got to stop taking this shit serious. This app is not to be taken serious. If you got listen, Shauna, you sound like a good person. Daniel, you sound like a good person. If either one of you girls started a podcast, I don't know if you do it already. You're gonna find it very hard, because I can just tell about your personalities, not even talking to you on the phone. You have very unique personalities. You're very open to talk about things. And you have a myriad of different things you can talk about. Most of the people that are reaching the top, and specifically the girls that are doing that, are not doing that. These bitches are talking about thought shit. These bitches are talking about who they got drama with, who they got beef with, getting this nigga to do this to this nigga, blah, 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 blah. And those people get highlighted in today's culture by black culture specifically. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got a girl that's over here and she's starting trouble all the time, that's who they're going to go get money to. If you got a digger that's over here and he's always in the middle of the drama, and the first time he gets up in the morning to the time the next 5 hours when that podcast goes, and he just talks about people beefing, there will be people donating to him just for him talking about beefing. There will be people donating to her and telling her, you go, girl, don't let it get you down, girl, and have empathy for beefing. Two girls beefing. You understand what I'm saying? I watched it. I watched the bitch one time. She talked about a woman literally for 2.5 months. Every night the show was about her. Every night the show was about her. And she was collecting cash apps off of it. Black community didn't see no problem with that. And this was a woman that lived in a whole nother country. So, I started seeing the change. Just to talk about that real quick. I started seeing the change in the quote unquote culture and what they valued. I watched them go from valuing people like Brother Polite, even though what he did was wrong, and Umar Johnson or whatever, so throwing them to the side and taking in and embracing basically new form of colonialism and capitalism. Capitalism is a new form of colonialism. They don't even know it. I don't even warn them, because I'm like, fuck them. They wouldn't tell me. Some people just gotta let them perish. You don't believe me? God came down and he told Sarah and Lot, get the fuck out the city, right? Sodom and Gomorrah was getting ready to come to a burn. He told Sarah and Lot, get out the city, right? He said, well, whatever you do, don't look back. That bitch looked back. I bet you Lot was like, I need another bitch. And I was like, am I lying? What do you do when Sarah look back on you? The world has did a total 360 in the bullshit. Now she's salty. Yo, you for the Bronx. Yo, you definitely for the Bronx. Dead ass serious. You definitely for the Bronx. Yo, the word that did a total 360. H&M. Yeah, H&M. B. I don't know if they still selling them. I got four of these joints. I got a gray one around here somewhere. I can't find it. It's like a gray and a blue or whatever. But yeah, all the joints is from H&M, man. They got the wool joint, so you know what I'm saying. Don't wear it during the summertime. This motherfucker gonna stink. Get you some of that. You can order it on Amazon when you get the hat. Get the hat spray. You'll see it in there. It's like cedar, a couple of different oils and deodorants and shit like that. Trust me, you'll need it. You'll need that with the hat. Take care of your brims. You dig? So I got the little spraying on. I'll get up here in a minute. I'll show it to you, but. It's a little brown bottle like that. It can cost you about like $4. Just spray that shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Yo, so yeah, the game has changed on here as far as people's personalities and shit like that or whatever. It's like now more heinous. I seen it get more heinous to the point now where niggas is just flat out lying. You know what I mean? And flat out beefing and like I'm different. Like these niggas, most of them are nerds. They ain't never been in nothing or done nothing to nobody ever in their life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, I will hurt one of these niggas, and I know I hurt them in real life. Like the people that know me know I do something to them, so they like chill. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So to keep myself out of trouble and unnecessarily having to do any harm to anybody that I don't have to. And a lot of niggas think it's like physically, like I want to fight you and shit. Yo, my nigga, nobody is out here fighting, my nigga. All right, get that through your head. This is 2025. Ain't nobody fucking fighting, nigga. All right, ain't nobody fucking fighting. You run around here with that 1995 shit if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Put them up, put them up. All right, put them up. The fuck you talking about? You come and talk about fighting. Yo, for real, I'm trying to tell you, Danielle. I'm trying to tell you. Like, seriously, that shit is funny to me. Um, these people are on here playing all types of games, the games that I don't play. So I'm just like, yeah, ain't nobody fighting over the internet, man. I mean, niggas like showing up at your house. They just had a video up. I can't show this shit on here. I got the video right now logged up. And I'm gonna play the song for you in a second too. Well, let me play that now so I don't get too far off. Yeah, let me let y'all hear this. This is what I'm talking about chords. Now this is gonna scare some of y'all, all right? Okay, not a good idea to play that too long. Did y'all hear that? Okay. Yeah, don't play that too long. I'm gonna play you some other chords real quick. Very quickly. And do me a favor. Do me a big, big, big favor. Don't get inquisitive. Okay? Don't get inquisitive. Like I said, it's different tones that different evoke different things. A three-part Providence Falls special. Hold on 1 second. Very African. Now you hear that? That's the part. It's not the words. It's that. You don't have to worry about the words. The words are nothing without that in the background. That's what wakes everything up. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because that can invite things to you that you don't want. Trust me. Yeah, the beat. The beat is the channel. The repetitions of the beat is the channel. The repetitions without the beat will not manifest anything, even if you just said the words. That's all I talk about that. The words are nothing. The words are only a palette to a palette and a boat and a vessel for the instrumentation. The instrumentation is what shakes, it was rattles, it walks up. This is why you always heard drum rolls or everything else or whatever. They would wake up the advantageous spirits of those spirits. Even the Indians did this. Even the Mayas and the Aztecs did this. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then there's iterations of this. I played the African version for you. The other piece that I played there was actually Celtic. I'll let you hear that one again. 2 seconds. And what I mean Celtic, I mean pagan Celtic, and I'm not talking about an elven elf fairy green pagan either. All right, for anybody that gets upset about that, I'm not talking about green pagans. Green pagans are not even on my watch list. That niggas go hug a tree or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is the world.
I'm fucking around. I'm just saying. That's basically what they are. They believe in fairies and shit. Again, not a good idea to play that for a long time. But you get the drift, right? Give me a second here. Let me share this. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just sharing this. Uh-huh. There's absolutely no words to it. There's absolutely no words to it. The whole thing lasts for about 15 minutes. Absolutely no words. So the incantation of what you're thinking, the words help. The words help invoke and help push when you're talking about religion, but nah, when you're talking about incantation and or summoning via music, it's all about the repetition of the beat, all the repetition of the instrumentations. And the instrumentations can be bent and chords can be bent to evoke certain different things. And those include emotion. And I've seen that happening now with the young rappers or whatever. The chord that they're using is almost the same chord in every song. You understand? That's why it all sounds the same. And so I got you in 2 seconds, Mal. That's why the chords sound the same. If you listen to their music, they all sound the same. You say, well, they all sound the same because they're all working off the same vibration. And if you never notice, that vibration is very violent. Well, why is that vibration so violent? Because of the chords in the music are pushing them and propelling them to do that. See, before a rapper starts rapping, he gets what? The beat. You get it? He gets the beat. The beat then matriculates whatever said rapper or said singer is going to say naturally. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. Who's Linda up in here? What's up, Linda? If you listen to the stuff to manifest things, then that's what you'll get, depending on who you're dealing with. Don't talk too much, Shauna. You never know who's watching. But don't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't put them on too much. But yeah, you got different chords of music that invoke different types of emotions. And so that's what I wanted to give you what's the name right there, a taste of. In the case of what I'm talking about, I'll use the Caribbean, not Africa, because I'm not familiar with Africa, but I know Africa is where it comes from. That's why I played the African version first. But la gente latino en la Caribbean, entonces saben la gente en la mente ahí. So, en la música, entonces sabe, pero no shango, mando, entonces sabe, no. So, it's like, when you talk about the spirit music, it's the same thing. It's the incantation of the music. It's not the words, per se. Everybody thinks it's the words. They always think it's the words. It's not the words. It's the repetition of the music. And that's what invokes the sound that wakes up. Sí, yo sabía español, ¿por qué? Yo soy la cubano, la mareno, ahí, tú sabes. ¿Por qué? Tú eres en las Honduras, ¿no? Shana, tú eres en Honduras, la dominicana. A la mujer dominicana ahí. Sure you are, man. Hey, man, throw in $100, man. Throw in $100. He said, I'm going to cash app you. How much you want? I said, throw in $100. I always have people to come in here. And they do that. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it just makes you look crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Because people see your name up there and they see you write the comment. And, like, the people that are here with me, they don't find shit like that funny. So you only cracking up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, man, sure, man. That's what you say, bro. That's what you say. So you heard this guy right here, Wash. That's what his name is. Now you know we can come to your page later, right? We go fuck with you if you lying. I'm letting you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you a show if you're lying. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna be able to do that. So don't troll, bro. It's cool if you do. If you don't, that's cool too, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you do, we appreciate it. If you don't, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, he ain't donating. He ain't donating a dime. They never do. They all come in here and say that stuff. I just find it a waste of time. Like, why would you come in here talking about you gonna donate to somebody just to get a reaction? Like, nigga, if you donated, you donated. I'm gonna thank you if you do, but if you don't, like, I had a nigga the other day send me a request on Cash App for $5,000, talking about there's an error on it. It won't work right, and it was him that sent the what's the name? So I blocked him. It took me a minute to catch it after. I was like, yo, are you serious? I put it in my community section, but yeah, this dude, there's some weird dudes on here, like weird, like deeply mentally deranged. Something's going on weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to deal with it or whatever. See, I told you weren't gonna donate nothing. That's all right, man. You ain't got a lot of kicking, bro. You ain't got a lot of kicking. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I guess that's the new one now. We all run around and tell I'm gonna donate to you. I'm like, damn, son, we grown adults here. Like, what the fuck? These niggas, like, I don't know. Like, he's been here 2 years and 17 subscribers. We'll see if he's telling the truth. But I just really, you have to forgive me. I just don't really see the purpose in that. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. We gonna make it. We be all right. You know what I'm saying? We be all right. I would have went to another event tonight for y'all. Honduras and Dominican. Nice café. Café con leche. Entonces, no chiquito café. Entonces, es mucho la más de oro ahí. Entonces, sabes, ese que macho. Café. Ese para los hombres, entonces sabes, el cubano tiene el café con leche, entonces sabes, entonces sabes, son chiquitos ahí, entonces sabes, es muy duro ahí, entonces sabes, pero en su boca, ala. Entonces sabes, esta porque yo no quiero, no, a mí no me gusta, no, a mí no gusta, no, a mí no gusta, no quiere. Entonces chiquito café ahí, entonces sabes, es mucho duro ahí, mujer. Tú tienes novio, esposo. Yeah. Un chiquito ahí, entonces sabe, cafecito. El cubano, el cafecito. Entonces sabe, café con leche, entonces sabe, cafecito. Cafecito en la cubano, entonces sabe, ahí pero en la toro negro. Tú tienes en la leche un poquito, entonces sabe, el azúcar un poquito, entonces sabe, chiquito, cafecito. Yeah, just like a shot. Honduras and Dominican, nice coffee. She Honduran and Dominican. Oh man. I mean, she can cook real good, cuss you out, and hold a machete. Tú tienes novio. Oye, mujer, Shana, tú tienes un novio, ¿no? I like it when guys talk to me like, ya, al momento. Entonces, ¿sabes? Yo vira para un solio, yo no tengo las mujeres, yo vira aquí en un solio, entonces, ¿sabes? Yo no hablo pero las mujeres, pero en YouTube, entonces, ¿sabes? Yo no suavecito, entonces, ¿sabes? No novio, tan bueno. Tú eres muy linda, entonces, ¿sabes, mamita? Entonces, ¿sabes? No me gustan las mujeres en mi vida, entonces, ¿sabes? Estas mujeres atrás aquí, entonces, ¿sabes? Toda, ¿cómo digo en español? Drama. Entonces, ¿sabes? Siempre. ¿Por qué en solo? ¿Por qué? Porque tú no tienes novio, entonces, ¿sabes? Tú eres muy linda. Tú tienes niño. Diablo. Nota por qué. Diablo, se mesó ahí, entonces, ¿sabes? Aquí. Daniel, what's going on? She's still here. Está bien. ¿Cómo muchos años? Son tuyos? Está bien. Min, yo no tengo nada. Yo no tengo niños. Yo no tengo chicha. Yo no tengo nada. Sí, a mí tú. ¿Cuántos años? ¿Cuántos años son tuyos? ¿Es 30 qué? 30, 32, 35, 24. bueno. No, 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 no. Ya casó boca. Diablo, mujer. Pues ese tan bueno, tú sabes. Ese tan bueno. Ya las mujeres tienen un leño, pero la chocha, tú sabes. Cha, cha, cha. ¿Cómo dice, cómo dice en inglés? Vintage vajay. Hold on, let me turn this goddamn thing on. This thing is getting on my nerves, yo. That's crazy. I like her. She cool. Vintage vajay. Oh, shit. No, we weren't talking about nothing. Ahora, en inglés, tú sabes, por la gente ahí, tú sabes, el americano, tú sabes, claro. Tú sabes. Era la mujer ahí, Daniel, tan bueno, gente. Buenas todas putas sucias aquí. No tiene un chavo o nada, pero no cacha por nada. Mi buen momento. Entonces, esta porque, una más, por un momento. Esto porque yo no hablo, pero en el YouTube mucho más, entonces sabes, porque esta cabrón ahí, entonces sabes, un troll, no tiene chavo, no tiene nada, entonces sabes, pero en la casa, yo no tiene chavo, pero en la casa, 7 días, entonces sabes, esto porque yo no sé aquí, yo vengo para fuera aquí, por el momento, 1 hora, 2 horas, mejor. Entonces sabes por qué no chavo ahí, entonces sabes, yo tiene más chavo, pero puñeta AdSense. So that's why I don't fuck with this shit like that no more. You feel me, Shana? So I'll be cooling. I'll be cooling. Plus, este morenos ahí ese no gusta mío. Esa tan bueno. I sound like a baby crazy. Let me get back to finishing this up though, girls, because I'm gonna get up on out of here. I appreciate y'all being here too. Claro, claro, claro. Leave me a message. Both of y'all leave me a message. Y'all both beautiful. I like to keep in touch with y'all, let y'all know when I go live and shit. Know what I'm saying? I need girls like y'all here. So just leave a message anywhere or in anywhere that I am. Both Danielle, you and Shauna, both leave me a message so I can keep in touch with y'all. So when I go live, I can alert y'all when I go live and stuff like that because I don't like when I get all these strangers in here, whatever. See, I'm kind of wasting. Yeah, yeah. I told you I go donate $1,000. They all lie like that. Like that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. They ain't donate no $1,000. They just do shit like that. Yeah, you see that, right? I'm just thinking about that, Daniel. I'm like, yo, good looking. That nothing. Like I have at least 3 of them motherfuckers coming here a week. That's what they do. Like the men on here, like for example, I had a moment on here. Like I can talk about that real quick. I had a moment on here. Okay, yeah, but write me a comment though. See, I can't like if I gotta go manually look for yous, it's different. So just write me a comment. That way I always know where you at. Just write a comment on any one of my videos. It could be an old one, a new one, whatever. I'm gonna see it because it's gonna come up in my YouTube studio. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it. So every time I go live, I'll let y'all know. Feel what I'm saying? So both of y'all leave me a comment. That's what I'm saying. I don't want y'all to be like, I ain't been here 3 weeks. I know. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was gonna let you know. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like keeping up with certain people like you, Ahmad, Ruby, the old gal. I ain't seen her in a minute. I know Annette sneaky ass be over here some motherfucking way. I don't know where she at, but she be over here somewhere. Uh, that's my homegirl right there. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some things going on. Y'all need to hit the cash app, man. Support your boy on here on the channel, though, man. What's wrong? Y'all only support women? Like I don't have no problem with women. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it seems like Latinos, man. Hit up the cash app, man. Support, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm going through some racist shit right now. Yo, you good, man. You good. You good. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to everybody else. I ain't talking about you. You and Danielle, y'all cool. Y'all interacting with the chat or whatever, whatever. Most I can say about the rest of these weirdo ass niggas. Like these niggas will be sitting right here. Yeah, like this dude told me he was gonna donate $1,000. I'm like, yo, you know you making yourself. Now I'm gonna go over there and fuck with him too. That's why I'm not gonna block him. Oh, believe that. I'm going over there and fuck with him. I'm going over there and fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you these niggas will be talking that broke shit and what's the name? I guarantee you I live better than them. I'm in a better area than them. And they ain't seen as much money I ever seen before in my life or whatever. Whatever. I tell a nigga, if you ain't never seen $100,000, you don't belong in a conversation with me about money, buddy. Like seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like I will embarrass you. So it's like it's funny to me, like niggas be coming in here like grown men. Grown men. I'm gonna donate $1,000. Like that dude you just saw right there. Yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah, we gonna go fuck with him later. He definitely getting fucked with later. This we're doing that. We gonna embarrass the fuck out of you. You try to embarrass me, we gonna embarrass you. Big time. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm getting tired of dudes like that. And y'all all witnessed this, so y'all know I ain't lying. It's crazy how dudes be doing. Yo, you good too? I just said both of y'all good. Y'all good. Keep y'all bread. Y'all good. I'm talking about these niggas. Like you ain't listening to what I'm saying. These niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? These niggas that come up in here. Oh wow, son. Like, what type of nigga come out the mouth and say, yo, I'm gonna donate some money. I'm gonna donate $1,000 and then don't donate the $1,000 and then think that's funny and think he's cool. That's crazy to me. And some of these niggas are like 40, 50, 30 something years old. You understand what I'm saying? Playing games like this out here. So I know if they telling niggas like that, you know what I'm saying? I know if they telling niggas shit like that, I can imagine what they telling bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm about to come out. I'm about to come up. You know what I'm saying? I just need to stay here for a couple months. I got my Glad and Hefty suitcase with me. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Glad and Hefty shopping bag suitcase. You know what I'm saying? Trash bag suitcase. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you a dude or a woman, you just see them motherfuckers with their motherfucking hefty and Glad bag suitcases. You know what I'm talking about. All this shit in a plastic bag. This token of law, yeah. Listen, I'm trying to get things right. You know what I'm saying? I just need to sit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You let that motherfucker sit for a minute. He ain't never been on a leash, no nothing. He ain't helping out with nothing. About a third month, you ready to get rid of this nigga. Them type of niggas. Those be the ones that be on here. Right, if you never see 50,000 one time, you ain't never had. That's what I'm saying. You ain't never had really no cash, so I don't be worried about shit like that. Here is the thing: I don't care about other people's money, just mine. That's the same way I'm at too. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I don't know, man. I say like this: it's a problem for everybody on here. There's people now that are starting to realize what I was talking about. I threw up a post yesterday talking about how the algorithm has changed. So now we're getting strangers to come over to our podcast. And I think a lot of it is on purpose. So we have to depend on AdSense for revenue versus depending on, like, if you got a steady amount of like followers that are dedicated to you, depending on the donations and shit like that. And it's sad, man. It's really sad. And that's what it is. And a lot of these niggas, they don't want to admit it. They want to sit there and smile with you and shit like that, like it's something funny. But in reality, it's real. Like niggas, like, are not making Cash App money like that no more on here because of the simple fact how YouTube has switched up the algorithm. They want you to be dependent on them. Yeah, they're trying to be like TikTok, and TikTok is trying to be like them. Isn't that some weird shit? When they thought they were shutting down TikTok, a lot of the motherfuckers from TikTok, believe it or not, migrated over here. Some of the worst ones. And they had never been on YouTube before. They was strictly, exclusively on TikTok, and they came over here. And I know this for a fact because I read 2 or 3 articles about it, and I'm like, okay, this is consistent. And so a lot of these TikTokers, especially a lot of these, I guess, how can you say it? A lot of these people that are extremist bloggers. You know what I'm saying? Why not say he's going to donate? Oh, okay, they're never going to do that. That's what the dudes do on here. That's why I tried to tell you. Let me tell you something. And I hate to say it like this, right? Majority of dudes that do shit like that are either black dudes. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't know you or your brother. Fuck both of y'all. Anyway, listen. Excuse me on that time. It's my brother's birthday. Throw him a shout out. I don't know who the fuck you or your brother is. The fuck both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never did shit for me. Fuck, I don't give a fuck about him. Fuck, I give a fuck about your brother for. That just fucked me all up. Anyway, maybe God didn't want me to say what I was gonna say. Fuck you and your brother. Like, seriously. Like, who writes? See what I mean? There's something's wrong. There was a dude that wrote that. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Something wrong with these dudes where they over here trying to talk to me like they trying to be like, get a date or some shit like that. Like, it's some weird old shit going on with these dudes. And like, most of them say what they say, but you know, I can live with nigga, you know, trolling a little bit. Yo, nigga, you got a big head or some shit like that. No, these things be writing sexual shit to niggas online, but ain't got no money to donate nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? I need to go back and forth with a nigga like that. They ain't even got $10 to throw in the chat room. At least throw $10 in the chat room and be like, yo, you know what? The fuck you, nigga. Bam. That's how real niggas do it. Nigga, a real nigga wouldn't be like that. He'd be like, yo, little nigga, shut the fuck up here. Hold this stack, nigga. You want to talk to me a certain type of way, but you niggas ain't got it, so shut the fuck up. Yeah, if you got to lie, lie big. Don't lie small. That's all I'm saying. This nigga just came in and made a total complete fool of himself, being a grown man lying about $1,000. That nigga's a bum. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you think I ain't never seen $1,000? Are you out your fucking mind? Like, that's crazy to me that people think like that. And it's like, really, to be quite honest with you, it's mostly black dudes and white dudes that think like that. That's the ones that do it the most. They come on here, breathe some pauses. I'm trying to tell you, Daniel, you done seen it before, Shawty, you done seen it before too. So yeah, I don't be too distraught about that. It just really comes from black people. Black people, black Americans have become extremely racist people, even amongst their own people, and they're being like almost like navigated by the hate that comes from a certain quadrant of black women. It's not all black women at all, but there's a certain quadrant of black women. I think it's just out of jealousy more so than anything. They can't stand white or Latina women to the point that they're teaching their sons this. So their sons will date other black girls as priority or whatever, whatever. But is it in your best interest to date one of these black girls if she's not nice to you? Is it in your best interest to date one of these black girls if your life might be in danger? Is it your best interest to date one of these black girls if her family is poor or they're violent and you're going now put your son or your daughter in that same room? So you have to ask yourself these questions. If you're having children with somebody, you got to be very specific on who you're having children with. You're not just dealing with that child, you're dealing with that child's family. See what I'm saying? So, and I do the same thing. And if I ever date girls that have kids, I like, yo, what's the kid's family like? Not your family, his daddy's family. It's very important you know that shit because you know these girls they date anybody sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're very, very, very racist. If you go, just go look at go to any look for this one. I talked about it the other day with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was in. Now, me personally, I done dated Italian girls, Greek girls, and some of the best women I've dated in my life. Treated me like gold. My ex, one of the best women in my life. She was black. You know what I'm saying? And Muslim at that. So, you know, and I was with her for 8 years. This is my last real official girlfriend. And I love her to death. But I've also been with Greek women. I've been with Latin women, of course. You know what I mean? Um, I won't say that Jamie is a colorist. I think Jamie was trying to prove a point, and I think a lot of people missed it and went over his head. Jamie walked his way out of the same joke that they were using as a catalyst for their argument. So when Jamie was on stage, and I think he was playing the piano or whatever, and that's when he said it, right? He said, "I ain't dating no more white women." Da, da, da. Well, he said that in front of a whole mixed crowd. He said that in front of black people and white people. That's why they don't let you see the audience when they show that clip. It wasn't just saying that at some black function. No, he said this in front of black people, white people, Latin people. It was a joke. You understand what I'm saying? People chose to clip that up and run with it. And you can go watch the whole clip yourself and you'll see this for your own self. And I'm losing some people as I'm sitting here saying this because they're racist. I'm proving my point. But anyway, long story short, there's a second clip of Jamie saying some stuff like that about the white girls. Da, da, da. My point is this. Why the fuck does this hell of a fucking successful actor have to sit back with some bitches that the best one probably work at the fucking as a receptionist at fucking Walmart that's pointing their finger at another man, but ain't saying shit about Serena Williams and her powder puff ass husband that she trying to motherfucking satisfy. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Eve and motherfucking her white husband. Eve's husband had that bitch looking like the Help. You understand what I'm saying? Did you see that Christmas picture of her? Put in the Eve Christmas picture. That shit was infamous if you forgot about it. That bitch looked like the hell. Mr. Johnson, you may clear the dinner table now. You may clear the dinner oh, hold on, do that shit. You may clear the dinner service now, Eve. You may clear the dinner service. That's how that bitch looked. So I'm like, yo, a lot of those bitches are like racist as fuck, but then at the same time, they'll go around and just hang out with regular motherfucking, and they'll even try to emulate white women. That's how deep it go. And I'm like, you can't emulate the same bitch that you say you hate. That's nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they do this. So you got to watch when you dealing with a lot of people in the culture nowadays. A lot of people in black culture are full of shit. They sit around and talk all these racist rants and all this shit. They try to come over and check people. I done had bitches come over here try to tell me what I could talk about, tell me if I could put a cash app on my screen. I done had bitches come over here tell me don't speak like this. All kinds. I was like, oh, you must have me mistaken one of them sucking niggas, huh? I got you. Yeah, and the men do it too. The men are learning it from the women. The men are learning it from the women. I keep telling them that. Because there was a time in history, I remember, late 90s, early 2000s, niggas wasn't doing nothing but dating white chicks. So these same racist white chicks, what they did, I mean, racist black chicks, not the stand up black chicks that don't give a fuck, but these hypocrite bitches, because they'll tell the black dudes don't date no white girl, but at the same time, they out here lusting after every other man under the blue moon. They want a white man, they want any man to call them pretty, basically. You understand what I'm saying? So if a nigga showing some interest, tell them they pretty, act a little nice to them, they running around chilling with them. Mind you, they're showing these stories of black girl after black. We had a black girl here in Bridgeport, Connecticut that got murdered. I forgot what that girl's name was, but she met some dude off Craigslist. Y'all might remember the story. It was national and went international. Even a couple of not podcasters, but a lot of podcasters picked up the story. I just can't think of the girl's name, but she had met the dude off Tinder, and the dude said he found her the next morning in the bed and she was dead. Y'all remember that story? Yeah, I mean, but some women prefer that. Some women actually have grown up in environments that have been so totally rough that no black man over there has ever held them, hugged them, told them they were pretty, told them they mean something or whatever. So they run around with a grudge on themselves. So, and a lot of men, they make this mistake too when they interracially date. And I got to say this, if you're going to interracially date somebody, don't interracially date. And I'm talking about any dating. I don't even care if it's the same, what's the name dating. You know what I'm saying? She might have been, I don't know. Because it's never been, settled yet. But long story short, that girl and many other girls are getting the fuck up out of here. Like at an amazing rate. You would be surprised how amazing it is. Like there's tons of girls that have come up missing because of them dating the men. I've never heard the girls coming up missing because of the men like that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you can go look and you'll see. I had this reel. I'm going to see if I still got it. I had a reel I was going to post. I just didn't know if posted or not. But it's like, I think there was no less than like 30-something dudes on there, white dudes. You know what I'm saying? There was this other football player. They had a video of him tossing this little frail-ass black chick around. That big white dude, I think he played for Texas or something. Fucked this bitch up and put her in the hospital. Broke her nose, everything else. Ain't nobody go check him or nothing either. So, that whole tactic with the racism shit that a lot of these black girls are putting out there is really just a collar in the corner of their low self-esteem, really. A lot of them. A portion of them. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't shit on them. There's some good black women out there I stand up for them and I fuck with them, and there's some I don't. It is what it is. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Again, $STRINGERBELL80. Niggas talking about my material ain't shit, nigga. I just had fucking designer on here, which I had niggas from Rock Nation and everything on the camera with y'all. What y'all talking about? This just sound crazy. The porn is now the go-to because women, specifically black women, and this is why you're seeing an uptick in violence with a lot of black men. Men are having to pay for pussy now. Excuse my French. You understand what I'm saying? Men are having to pay for vajay. And since they're having to pay for vajay, they respect the vajay less. It's like more like you promoting the duty than you know what I'm saying? Doing anything. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'll just say this much. Porn, OnlyFans, and all that shit is a deterrent for men and a setup for men to become conditionalized to paying for vajay. And what it makes you, ladies, that accept that, that's what it is, pay to play. And I mean, what it makes you is like if a bitch tell me within a day or two, everybody can't make it, this light bill just got me down. I'll say, well, good luck, bitch. Best of luck to you. Esto sabe por qué yo no tiene chavo. Yo tiene un débito. Por mí. Bitch be like, everybody can't do it. I said, me neither. Now I got you. Like if I've been fucking with you for like 2 or 3 months, I owe it to you. You know what I'm saying? You've been, excuse my French, you've been hitting me off right. You know what I'm saying? Like you got good conversation, everything like that, or whatever, whatever. I owe you. I owe you. You know what I'm saying? I owe you. I figure, yeah, I catch a light bill for you this month, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? But bitch, don't forget, I got a light bill too. Yeah, I don't want no woman like that. I don't want no woman that doing what she doing with me because I'm a Taurus, so we romantic motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So like I get the bill real quick if a chick is like fucking with me or talking to me because of money or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can pick that bill real quick. So I really don't perform too much with chicks that I gotta force it with. You understand what I'm saying? For the 34 motherfuckers that's locked in here, how come there's only two people talking and y'all just sitting here like boy, you weirdo ass niggas? Yeah, can you answer that question for me? For the 34 motherfuckers is in, well, it'd be 33 because Shauna and Danielle's only two talking. So what are the other 33 motherfuckers doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here? Can one of y'all coward motherfuckers write something so I know what you're doing? Just hold on 1 second, girls. I want to see what these 33 coward motherfuckers is doing. Cause this shit is weird. They won't hit the like button. They won't hit the cash app, but they just sitting here. Two of them just left. Yeah, those are spies. That's what that is. All right, guys, let me get up on out of here because I like this shit get weird and I just like you girls are the only two in here talking. They in here trying to peep what niggas is talking about. No matter what, don't tell them what they doing. These niggas on here are weird. You understand what I'm saying? Like the other nigga that came in here just a minute ago and talking about he donating $1,000. Yeah, it's like it's weirdo niggas. Like I'm trying to tell you, and it's mostly these niggas that have fake profiles. Look at the one in there, Mr. Immortal 921. Like this weirdo ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you sitting here talking to these niggas. These niggas don't even have nowhere to live at half of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Mr. Immortal, you cool man, but I'm just saying like there's over 30 some people, 60 some people, and niggas are not, yeah, they're not saying nothing. It's like it's weird. Like you're just sitting there listening to a motherfucker, not interacting, and you're not interacting because of the pure simple fact you don't want somebody to call you out and say, yo, donate that. When it shows over, I can go through and look and see who the fuck it is and who wasn't in there. And I'm gonna block y'all niggas just like I block motherfuckers today. Like it's crazy that people like listen, and I'm glad you confirmed that. I'm not your nigga. Stop starting off sentences, my nigga. I'm not your nigga. I'm not your fucking friend, nigga. I'm not your motherfucking friend. Get your bitch ass out of here. I can't stand when niggas start this cut. My nigga, I'm not your nigga. I don't know you. Or I don't know you, motherfucker. Like, fuck out my face with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to know that. But all the other weird ass niggas is sitting up in here and you're not saying nothing or whatever. Get your perverted ass the fuck up on out of here. Don't nobody want you here. That shit is crazy to me. Niggas sit up here listening to you like voyeurs. I got 30K subscribers, nigga. No, not you, Danielle. I got 30K subscribers. Not you either, Shauna. But I got 30K subscribers. I don't need you motherfuckers here. If you're not going to hit the like button, you're not going to hit the cash app or whatever. Respectfully. I told these two girls they don't have to, but like that shit is crazy. Nigga been here for 2 weeks and no donations. What the fuck is that? And then I keep on figuring it out. They promoting us to strangers. So now they're giving, like, YouTube doesn't understand. Nigga, I got 30K. I get at least damn near 1 million views a month. You taking niggas like me and giving them an incentive not to motherfucking live stream. I don't know what part of the fucking game y'all think this is real. Most motherfuckers, if they start seeing they're not making money, they're gonna stop live streaming. So whoever that dude is, y'all replace as the president or whatever up there, directions or whatever over there, YouTube, the Indian fella, y'all need to talk to that fella. Y'all need to talk to that fella. Cause he got this shit fucked up. You talk too much. I'm gonna do more than block you. You're a bad bitch. You ain't got enough motherfucking followers to ban me. And this is what I try to tell you. This bitch been here 1 year with 4 subscribers, but she want to talk bold. Did you hear this dumb bitch? You talk too much. This is a fucking podcast, you dumb bitch. That's what we do. We talk. Wait, like, but if you were sitting over there and you were talking about gossiping and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what they're more hold to. That's why I try to tell you, never, ever, ever, ever get confused. Never, ever feel insulted. Never, ever feel challenged by the metrics of a nigga or some poor white trash. It is not to be worried about. Nobody wants to live their life in the scope of poor white trash and niggas, all right? So, Nia, the bitch said, you talk too much. I'm going to do more than block you. You're banned. Banned for what? Your 1 year and 5 subscribers, bitch? Bitches is delusional, nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you see what I mean? That was a pervert motherfucker that's sitting there like a what's the name? If I'm so boring and all that, that's what they do when you talking about real shit. What they try to do is they try to whisk it down. Yeah, they try to risk it down to something else. How come everybody else don't think I'm bored? How come you just think I'm bored? You can't be that bored. You sitting here. You understand what I'm saying? So anytime you talk about some shit that's of significance or something that doesn't paint them in a good eye, you understand what I'm saying? Because that was a black woman. That's why she was saying, you're boring. No, I'm telling the truth. You bitches are jealous of other women. But applaud when a black woman gets a white man. And I just don't quite understand that. But condemn when black dudes are with white girls. I don't understand it. So if somebody help me understand, they will never help you understand it. And instead, what they'll do is they'll just degrade you and come at you like 14-year-olds. That's how they address men of color when they're talking to them. They start talking like their 14-year-old self. They don't talk like women. They talk like 14-year-olds. And so a lot of men are choosing and electing. And I got a what's the name too. I'm gonna share it so y'all can check it out. There's some new demographics out that are showing more and more men of color are refusing to date black American women, like literally refusing to date them. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe at some point or another, you bitches might want to check your motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking position in life because it's not looking good. This bitch just said to me with 15 followers, just so she would seem like she was big. She wasn't ready for me to do that. That's what it was. That's why she sounded like that. You're not this black, you're banned. I said, bitch, you got 15 followers and you've been here for a year. Why the fuck would I care if you came back or not? But more importantly, why are you trying to get the projection? That's why I said she'll get the projection of that right there. She'll get the projection of that anywhere and just put it into a different matriculation. So, for example, she tried to give y'all the intuition the insinuation that she was big time on this motherfucker, something like that. You're not just black, you're bad, bitch. I don't even know you. You understand what I'm saying? Like for real, and you haven't said anything in here. But to go about your way and say you're black and bad, bitch, you've been here for a year with 15 subscribers. I don't give a fuck about you. I didn't even know you existed. You ain't even got a profile picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's sad. What's up, Phyllis? I ain't see Phyllis up in there. How you doing, Phyllis? Where you from, Phyllis? It's not weeding myself out. My last girlfriend was black. I had a daughter that was from a Haitian woman. I mean, it's not weeding myself out. What I'm talking about there's a different temperament. And I date all types of women. I date Latin women, I date black women, I've dated Palestinian, I've dated a lot of different women. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have no particular type. Because I've been a lot of places and the way I grew up it's very different. I didn't grow up in the hood, son. You know what I'm saying? Like Quasi, but I didn't grow up in the hood. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But it's girls out here that are teaching their sons to be racist towards white women. But when you look at these cases and you look at all the drama and the only thing you'll find in common all the time is just some black woman that's in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, well, you telling us to watch for the white woman, maybe we should really be watching for you, Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Like Keisha be up to some shit. Got niggas in court. I'm suing this one. This one hit me. I've been abused since I was 2. You know, all kinds. It's always a story. And then it's like they can say whatever they want to, and there's no condemnation. Like nobody condemns them, no nothing. So it's weird to me. You feel me? So I just be watching people and I just be mesmerized by the things, not only the things they say, as far as being racist towards white women, but the only thing you got to do is just. I was using Jamie Foxx as an example because Jamie Foxx pulled up into a party with 5 white girls in the car after he had this video up some time ago. I ain't gonna deal with no white women no more. And black people never even thought for 5 minutes, like, maybe somebody should tap these bitches on the shoulder and tell them to shut the fuck up. You're making us look crazy. How the fuck can we complain about racism and you're sitting up there and you're making fun of this nigga for being in the car with a white woman? Being racist as a motherfucker. But if Eve and Serena Williams show up, don't they have a beautiful family? Go into a photo of Serena Williams with her family. Or go on and find a photo online of Eve and her family, right? And the kids or whatever. Her son Maximilian and all that shit. And what you'll find is the same black women will be up under that motherfucking comment section. Oh my God, they look so beautiful. The kids are so beautiful. Da 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 da. They'll go on a black man's pages with a white woman. They'll write all this type of negative shit or whatever, whatever, whatever. Everything about, oh, he's a sellout. He ain't no black women want him. Trust me, we ain't what do they say? We ain't gonna miss him. This mean spirited shit. So it's like it's clear to me. I don't know about everybody else, but it's clear to me that there's two deposits here. You know what I mean? When it comes to interracial dating or whatever, whatever. And just to add the notion, I notice when you get okay, when you get a black man and a white woman, usually they walk right past you. They don't want to be bothered. They ain't trying to argue with you or nothing, right? I've noticed this a million times. But a lot of times when you get a black man, oh, excuse me, a white man and a black woman, or a white man and a Spanish woman, they're always trying to prove something, both of them. So they'll do like little taunting techniques and shit like that. Like he'll think he ahead in society because he a white man. And I explained to y'all earlier about unaccomplished white men. They do exist. And then she'll be trying to prove something like, oh my God, you black dudes didn't want me. So now so they're really both angry at you. One's angry at you, like basically trying to tell you, look, I can take your bitch. And I'm like, well, you can have that bitch. She don't look like much of shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna miss her. You know what I'm saying? But there be a lot of bitches that be out here, and honestly and truthfully, they have one particular thing over the other. So it's okay for you to date white men, but it's not okay for black dudes to date white girls. That shit is confusing to me. Who set up these standards? Can we get them up here? Can we talk to them? Can we have a intervention? You know, I'm confused. But what I find is when black women date white men, they get very passive aggressive, almost like they're like trying to repay back black men that didn't even do nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, make sure you hit up the Cash App, man. Peace, peace. That's what's up. I ain't gonna block you or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like weirdos sitting up in the chat not saying that, not double tapping the screen, hitting the like button. Double tap the screen and hit the like button if you can't hit the Cash App. I understand everybody ain't got no money. I understand. I understand. Don't worry about it. Everybody ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand. I just can't understand why all the motherfuckers that ain't got it come over here. You know what I mean? Go over to them other ones. No, we don't do that shit. Yeah, you at the wrong place. Any nigga that come in and talking about what's the subject, I get them out of here. Yeah, I don't do that. You saw the subject. The subject is written in the title, nigga. You shouldn't have clicked the shit if you ain't read the title. I already know that nigga was going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I already knew he was going to be a problem. I already knew he was going to be a problem. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to go smoke me a cigarette. Like I said, there ain't no change coming in here for me. We got 50 likes. We Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So that is the live for tonight. As far as the second topic I was gonna talk about, I'll talk about that later. Some other time I'll save it for another one. Like I said, we're gonna do that from now. We just break them down. Cause I can't be sitting up here. You know, a lot of people, these two girls that went here, Danielle and the other lady, what's your name? I forgot what you say your name was. Shauna TV. Those two, if you notice, they understood exactly what I was saying. They was interacting with the conversation or whatever. So it leads me to believe there's a whole bunch of stupid motherfuckers that are on this fucking app that just are non-coherent, don't understand what you're talking about, don't want to understand what you're talking about, or just prefer pretty much chaos and jealousy and bickering and fighting or whatever. And so I avoid niggas like that nigga that just came in here talking, what's the topic, bro? I don't fuck with niggas like that. Nigga, you reading the topic, it's on the fucking screen. What are you talking about? What's the topic? You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be the topic no more. And I just get rid of them. I get rid of people real quick sometimes because you can just tell after doing this for years, you can tell who's gonna contribute. You can tell who's gonna help you. Exactly. You can tell who's gonna fuck with you, who's not gonna fuck with you very quickly. You understand what I'm saying? So I like certain motherfuckers I get rid of. That's why you see certain people, they don't want to write nothing in the chat room because they're afraid that somebody gonna, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yo, Daniel, make sure you write a comment before you take off any goddamn where too. You hear me? And grazie, Italiana. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now ready. Girls, thank you so much for being there. I appreciate it. I had a great time talking to you two. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I say and it was a perfect setup because I had one Italian girl and one Latina. So you understood exactly what I was talking about when it comes to this shit. And that's all I gotta say. So you know what I'm saying? It just seems to be one set of rules when it comes to white women, black women dating white men, and there's another set of rules when it comes to black guys dating white girls, and I just don't understand it. So maybe the black American women, they'll let us know in the future or whatever that feel that way. It's not all of them, but a good selection of them do feel that way, and it's just sad. It's just sad. It's real sad that I'm half black, so it's sad that black American dudes will see other black American dudes, and instead of first thing coming out of their mouth, yo, what can I do to support him or help him? First thing they'll be doing is, yo, I don't like that nigga. What can we do to take him down? What can we do to get him up out of here? What can we do? Oh, I got an idea. What we gonna do? Let's tell everybody he fucked up. That way he won't get no donations. Listen, of course we was wrong about all the shit at the Diddy trial, but fuck it. I got another idea where we can run. We'll get donations this way. What I mean? That's how these niggas think. So if you want to roll with niggas like that, I'd say 70% of them niggas over there in that community, that's how they are. Keep that in mind. I'll talk to y'all later.